Hello.
Hello, Pepe.
What's up?
Where are we? Where are we, Pepe?
We are in
In another place.
in another place. Yes.
Let
We have the dashboard.
Let me sit down.
Yeah,
on the floor. Like
Let me also sit down. Ah, on the floor. Okay.
On the floor.
Okay. Let us sit down on the
it's
floor.
difficult to play.
Yeah. Not too easy.
No.
No. Okay. So do we?
Yeah. Let me. Here.
Okay. So we have the chat over there. We have 0 viewers now, which is
Usually.
2 viewers now. Okay. Good. Hello, guys. So I'm here with Cuartillo and our beers.
Oh, here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't drink alcohol, guys.
Okay. So that was the important part. The beer. I am not comfortable this way.
Yeah. Me too. Me neither. Sorry. Let me
Okay. We are
take a
going
coach.
to- A coach.
Semi-coach.
Okay. So now like this.
Okay.
So we are in. Aliento is the first in the chat.
First it.
We are in. I don't want to say that we're in Valladolid because we're actually near Valladolid.
Near to Valladolid.
Yeah, and well, we have internet here, so we're going to
Play chess.
play some chess, do whatever. Hey, Bertwitch.
Do you understand?
Yes, because he's writing in Spanish, more or less. Do you know him? Maybe I know him. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. He's.
Probably not.
I am trying to spot.
I think this might be the guy who I was going to
I don't know what I am doing.
teach him something last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago. Anyway,
I don't know.
this week,
Papa, do you know where?
yeah, there should be an option.
Maybe here.
Here, there's a chat.
Options. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. And the chat is reloading, so we might lose all the messages. I think he was writing something. Okay, so we only have the last message. He is me. Okay, so this guy was a guy from California that the other day we were in another stream.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember which one. Probably the Magnus Nakamura stream. Not sure. And yeah, we talked that we might. I might teach him some chess because he's more or less your level, if I remember correctly. Around 1,000 in chess.com. In chess.com.
It's very different. Chess to chess.com.
No, but I think rating is a little bit lower in chess.com. I mean, harder to get in chess.com. But yeah, this week we're traveling, both of us, so I cannot really commit to to any lessons because we're going to be until Sunday traveling. So yeah, we're just
Play.
having fun today because we have internet and we have beers and we're yeah, that's the most I can commit to right now. Okay, so what do we do? Do
What
we
you
play?
want, if your account,
Yeah, but
we are going to do what you want.
Peshka is streaming as well. This guy is an Ukrainian boy, 7 years old.
No,
Yeah. The other yeah, you saw my
you,
tweets.
You tweets last week. About
Maybe next week, yeah, sure. Yeah, this week is not easy.
Do you want to play with the
Titan.
I don't know if he's doing some. Maybe he's doing another exhibition like the other day. He was doing simultaneous, but honestly, I think I don't. I'm not in the.
Okay, I only
We can watch him.
I only watch him.
He's not playing right now. He's streaming, but maybe he's doing tactics. He does some tactics stream as well. He's not currently playing any games. And as you can see, he's a strong guy. He has more bullet rating than me, and also blitz.
23-17.
I managed to defeat him the other day, but just because we were many of us playing against him. And
how many simultaneous games was playing here?
7, I think.
7.
But he only accepted at least 1900s.
Elo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we could do some anything, variants, play with anyone. What do you like?
I don't know. Maybe not standard chess.
Not standard. Okay, I like that.
Some no sé, King of the Hill or something like this.
King of the Hill. Okay, let's see if there's some. Well, we have two anti-chess there, but we can try.
Chess, okay.
We can create.
Never watch. I never watched it.
We have Crazy House. Okay, anti-chess. So anti-chess is about. We don't have increment. Oh, I think we didn't have time enough. Crazy House. I'm going to try only to select things with increment.
Okay.
Because with being streaming, my time
okay.
goes all down.
Okay.
So Crazy House is this one where if you capture any pieces, you can put them.
You can replace it, or
you can use
trade.
them. For example, if he takes my pawn and I take his pawn, we have one pawn on the side of the board.
And you can.
But he didn't take it.
Replace on the board.
And
when you want.
yeah, at any moment I can either do a normal move or put a piece.
Your time.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering what to do. Suggestions are accepted.
Take the pawn.
Okay. So now I have a pawn that I can place anywhere, but he also does.
Okay.
And
But
I'm going to start developing pieces.
Yeah.
Maybe he puts a pawn here or here, and it's annoying when that type of stuff happens.
And
If I put here, then he can put the pawn on e5, for example. So you see that this variant is complex.
Okay.
And if I put it here, he goes knight g5. So
You need to put the
not
piece
sure.
safety. You have to think.
Yeah, actually, bishop d6 might have been a terrible move. Let's do a check. Check can never be bad.
You win a tempo.
Sort of.
Never play like this game. This variant.
It's crazy, as the name
like
suggests. So now let's go here, because if pawn e5, I take, he takes, I take back. He'd probably be winning there, but
and you,
okay, he castle, I'm gonna castle.
and you can put the piece where you
Anywhere,
want.
anywhere, even doing check, I think. Although
And promote.
no, of course
Oh,
not.
okay. But in 7 line or 2 line you can.
Yeah, for example, this I'm giving him the pawn, but it's annoying because I'm already damaging his structure. I'm gonna lose anyway. He has 2 pawns already that he didn't play, so probably not the best strategy by me. Like here, I'm thinking like here also. I need to use more pieces, so this bishop is really bad here. Yeah, what to do with it? I can sacrifice it. I just don't want to, but let's do it. Hello, Raymond Boys. Aliento is saying a lot of things. Can you read those?
Alienfu asked you if you can play a slow game, 5 plus 5, or
sure.
10 or 10 minutes.
Yes.
And explain your thinking about tactics
Oh.
behind each move.
Yeah, I could, but
The reason is because he feels really weak on developing piece and early games in most line. Like me, I have a problem.
And put
with
pieces
the
on
develop-
irrelevant squares because I can't find good tactics.
Yeah.
Okay, but I should warn you that I mean, we're not drunk, but we're tired because of a long day.
Maybe today lessons is not very important.
Yeah, maybe today it's not my
we will-
most didactic day. Actually, I'm gonna lose some time this one, I think.
Maybe you need review the lessons other day.
But we can do that. We can
Yeah.
play a 5+5 and see what. Okay,
I have-
I'm gonna lose my queen. I'm gonna lose my.
Your game.
Yeah. I don't even know what to do.
Maybe you can put e7 queen and to
The
save.
queen. Save the queen. Yeah, but it's crazy house. I'm 23 seconds left.
3 piece 4.
Oh, that was good. So now knight h6 and yeah, and we're toasted.
He has one queen.
Yeah, and one knight and one bishop and one pawn.
Oh my god.
Bishop? Why does he put the bishop and not? Oh, wait, maybe. Let's see what happens. Maybe he puts a knight on g4. No, he goes there. Okay, okay.
Check.
King h1 would be a blunder, actually. Okay. I don't understand really this move, knight h6, because he doesn't have queen g8, but okay. I'm gonna lose some time anyway. Oh, beautiful. I'm losing now.
Put the queen.
Maybe. Oh, queen there.
Take, promote. Take. You are lost.
That's it.
Oh my god, that's a beautiful checkmate.
Yeah, beautiful. I thought I was losing in a different way, but yeah, probably in a lot of ways.
I like this game.
Yeah, I like it when I'm not tired, I'm not drunk, and I'm
funny.
even fresh. Yeah, but
it's
it's
funny.
the most complicated variant for me
It's funny.
because there's more possibilities than in regular chess.
Can you play casual games and you don't lose points?
It doesn't matter. I don't mind losing points.
Then what's the problem? You want to win. This is the problem.
Yeah, of course I don't want to play terrible.
Okay.
I don't mind if I win or I lose.
Okay, okay.
I don't want to just play a game that I'm not really playing. Yeah.
It was a joke. It was a joke. A joke.
Okay, so let's try to find a 5+5 in regular chess
Regular chess, okay. Or 10.
or 10. Yeah, that type of time control and explain. And explain the
thinking, because
thinking,
explain
tactics. And
because of why are
we have 2+9, 10+3,
10
12+. We have a lot of
mean,
options.
10 without plus.
Yeah, but I
Right.
prefer with increment.
12 plus 5.
I prefer with increment. +3, for example, is okay.
Okay.
Let's try that. So okay, the first move doesn't really need explanation. It's e4, of course you play e4. That's the way. So now normal way is knight 3. So far I think everyone that plays e4 plays. Okay, and this is the Petrov. So I'm not an expert in this, but of course, well, it has the reputation of being solid. Black immediately counterattacks, so I can take the pawn, he can take my pawn. Yeah, nothing is really happening. I moved a piece twice.
Yeah. this
That
is a
must be
problem.
mentioned.
This is a problem.
But on the other hand, I took a pawn, so it was a very good reason to do it. Anyway, to get enough, black has to play like this, which he's doing to get counterplay. So that now, well, I defended the knight, for example, and he goes d6. My knight has to move, and then he takes e4, or he takes immediately. Can he do that? I'm not sure. Anyway, the idea is he moved twice as well. He put the queen on a square that is not really helpful because it blocks the bishop. So white's still fine, even though this is too symmetrical, so it's too drawish. But I'm not sure of this. I think they usually go here, so I'm trying to think if I can use this in a way, but yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe
So-
put queen on f5.
Queen f3, you mean?
No, relax. Well, this is the reason because he take immediately and taking e4.
He's going to go d6. For example, if I go a stupid move like a3, he goes d6 and I'm in trouble, because if I move the knight I lose my queen. Knight c3. So I can probably develop. I think bishop d3 seems to be the most natural move. I want to castle, and if he goes d6 I can take his knight, he takes my knight, etc. So I think I'm gonna go bishop d3. But yeah, I think his idea is just to try the trick of d6. He's threatening d6 and win my queen, basically. So I'm gonna go here. And maybe he try. No.
Check.
Nah. Okay, so he goes d6 anyway. And as I mentioned, if I move the knight, he has knight c3 and wins the queen, so I have to take the knight. He takes my knight. And he regained the piece, and now I can basically castle. It's not more normal move. He can trade here, but I don't think that's a problem. I can also push. I can try to develop another piece, but why developing another piece if I can castle, which is the best developing move you can do is to castle. And now if he takes, maybe I don't take back. Maybe I don't take it, because if he takes, he opens the file with queen and king. So maybe I go rook e1 and start threatening some stuff. So I think taking could be risky for him.
Pin the queen.
Yeah, he's probably not in trouble. He can go like bishop e6, but then b7 falls. It's tricky. So okay, he goes knight c6, and a normal move I think it's to take here, double pawns, and then take on e5, because he cannot take back because he loses the queen. So I win a pawn, I double pawns, but I lose the bishop pair. Still, I think that's good for us. A pawn is a pawn. Another option is to play d5 and say, okay, where are you going to put the knight? Because if he goes knight e4, maybe c3 and the knight has not a lot of squares. If he goes knight b4, more or less the same. So d5, knight e4, c3, knight b5. I think the knight is terrible there. He probably goes to d6 next, but yeah, I like both moves, bishop takes or d5.
If I have to choose, I push the pawn.
You take the pawn. You push the pawn.
I push the pawn. I prefer conserve the bishop.
To preserve the bishop pair. I usually do, but in this case I prefer to,
yeah, you want take it. Okay, take
if I grab a pawn,
okay,
a pawn is a pawn.
A pawn is a pawn. It's a future queen.
But of course he has enough compensation, because he will have the bishop pair, so that compensates his structure. But I think it's not full compensation, so I'm gonna do it, and let's see what happens.
Okay. We have 6 minutes.
Yeah, but we have 3 seconds per move, so I guess we can survive in the end if I stop doing explanations, if necessary. Okay, so he realizes he cannot take, and he tries to develop. Maybe he goes for long castle, but so far he cannot do it, so I will just keep developing. What to do? I guess he wants to do this, and I wonder if I can stop it. I don't think so, but I'm gonna try.
Maybe protect the isolated pawn, no?
Which one? What?
Rook e1.
No, but he cannot take it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't mind. Whenever he threatens it for real, I will defend it. But so far I want, when he goes here, d5 is weak, so I want to go knight c3. But I prefer the pawn here before I play that. So this he can take. This he can take. So I guess I have to defend it. I have this option, b3 of course, queen e2. Queen e2 was my first idea, by the way. But I think b3 makes a lot of sense, because maybe the bishop goes here. I think he will have to go rook d8 at some point,
In this
or
position,
bishop and castle. But now this bishop is never going to play easily.
in this position, can hit castle, too long castle.
Long castle, no,
Not because
no.
it's the queen here.
So he's gonna castle short. That's why he
Yeah.
moves the bishop out. But he's killing this bishop now. What to do? Just develop here, here. I mean, I'm gonna just get the pieces out, and the queen, I'm not sure where. I guess he's going to simply castle, queen probably here, knight here. But yeah, this is more of a positional moment than tactics. I don't see any tactics in here easily. Okay, he threatens my queen, I have to move it. And this bishop is terrible. That's probably the most important thing for him. Oh, I blundered. Okay, I blundered. So I'm losing an exchange. It's not the end of the world, but I really blundered that.
The rook.
So, okay, never mind. Now he has compensation. That was like the only trick he had. Now this is undefended, the rook, but it's not a problem. And at least he doesn't have the bishop pair anymore, because we blundered our exchange. That's the good part, the good news. So I will just try to coordinate. When you have less material, it's better to start coordinating the pieces. So first you don't lose more material, so they are all defended. The rook defends the queen defends the rook, everything is defended. And also coordinating the pieces helps in attacking. So I want to put the knight here, probably. Very good squares from there. The bishop might go back to a safe place. And I'm not going to do anything about the pawn structure, because I think I cannot do crazy stuff now. So I'm wondering, if I go here, he probably takes it.
Take bishop.
And probably I don't want that. So first I'm going to do this. Seems like a safe idea. So in general,
Maybe
I prefer to
queen
improve
c6.
my pieces and keep things safe before I do something critical, because if I go here, tactics might start happening and my bishop was undefended on f4. Maybe it's nothing, but maybe he has some queen f5 at some point or something. So
Maybe he wants to put queen on c6.
yeah, but that's not a big deal,
Yeah.
because
With the
I want to push
Yeah,
f4
yeah.
anyway at some point, and yeah, maybe he forces me to do it immediately, but I can even play f3 if I'm too scared of the diagonal. But yeah, maybe he wants that.
He's thinking a lot.
Yeah. For him, I don't know. If I was him, I would try to do nothing. Like slowly improve the pieces, like double rooks or something. But you know, don't do nothing. I'm up on material. Why taking decisions?
Making nothing. Okay.
Yeah, because the pressure is on white.
Yeah.
But of course, black has very bad structure here. So
he's totally undeveloped. He's
no, he's totally
Yeah.
developed. He has a castle, he has the rooks connected, he has the bishop active and the queen. Well, maybe not the best queen in the world, but he can slowly improve the pieces. I would go rook d7, rook
Yeah.
fd8. I cannot prevent him from taking control over that file.
But
So
immediately he can't do nothing very
Yeah.
bad for us.
yeah, but that's why I think he's up on material. If I were him, and maybe he's watching the stream and he's listening to that, but if I was him, I would slowly improve, because
And wait for us. no?
he has more material, so the pressure is on us. But if he does something concrete, like queen c6, okay, he's forcing me to do something concrete, and then I don't know. I might be starting having some counterplay, because after this I can also block with 94. It's risky, but I can do it first f4 just to be sure that I'm not checkmated, and then 94, and then I will have good jumps. And I didn't go here because I didn't want him to take, but if he puts the queen, he's never gonna take my knight once he goes to e4. So queen c6 seems like a good move because he threatens mate, but okay, that's a good move as well. So now he can take with the bishop. I can probably go f4, but he has probably this idea.
And take with the rook.
Yeah, and then if I move the knight, he can trade queens, and I might get checkmated if I don't push, if I don't make Luft now. So, and if I go here, he takes twice and checkmates me. So yeah, it seems like a good move. What to do then? I can prevent queen c2 by moving the knight to a more passive square. That's a small victory for him, but since he cannot no longer threaten checkmate, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm allowing this, but I cannot prevent everything.
Yeah.
And since this is defended, maybe I can try to play 93.
f5, queen f5.
What is he threatening with queen f5? Well, he was threatening to... Well, he was preventing this because he takes twice on e4 and checkmates on the background. And secondly, he's threatening queen c2 to threaten my knight, and then either I go passive, totally passive, and my knight is pinned, then he doubles and wins the knight, or I move the knight, he trades queens, and he has checkmate on the background. So bad things. So okay, let's go back to the game. He goes back here. So what to do? I'm gonna just prevent more tactics to happen, because
Yeah.
well, one good thing of having the knight so passive in here is it's controlling the rooks to get there. So if he goes rook d7, rook f d8, he's never going to go to d2 as long as I keep the knight here.
I think he's in this moment he doesn't know really
What to
what to do. I think
Yeah, I don't even know what to do myself.
now he's going to force
To double rooks. basically.
h line. I think so.
What?
I think
He wants to double rooks.
Yeah.
He's just too active here, more than here. So that's just it. I would love to put the bishop on f2, but I'm not sure of the move f4.
Or maybe he wants to attack
I want to
G
do it.
line.
I
G
want
line. Rook on g4.
No, never
protect
going
by-
there. I have a pawn on g4. It's defending that. Okay, I played f3, which is not the best move, but I want to go here because there's a pawn behind the rook, and d2 is protected. So if rook here, I win the c5 pawn. That's one thing. So I will do it. And the second thing is I'm trying to fight against this bishop, that it's really annoying there. So what's he gonna do now? I'm not sure, because I think I'm gonna take this pawn next move, unless he has a strong threat that I don't see, because these are totally controlled. This is a typical situation. I see myself, I don't know how to improve pieces better, and end blundering a piece.
No. Me too. I am in the same situation.
Well,
Alien.
maybe we can look at the game after we played it. I think in this situation, both sides, this is unbalanced. So we have different material and different advantages and different disadvantages, and I think I'm just using his disadvantages better than what he's doing.
I think the black piece doesn't have a good move, obviously.
Okay, let's take it. I don't see a threat.
He takes
I
with
guess
the
he
pawn.
wants to go here, but the pawn is really defended.
Or maybe he takes with the bishop to take the pawn. He
No.
check with the queen
Nah,
on g6.
but queen g2. That can never work.
I think.
Bishop f3, pawn takes f3, queen g6, queen g2.
Then doesn't have. I don't know why he did it.
Because he was losing the pawn anyway. The bad move wasn't rook f4. The bad move was the previous one, doubling rooks.
Yeah.
So
but if
he had to do something, and he felt that the rook was active on f4.
If you put the rook on f4, the reason is threat the pawn on f3.
I think the reason is to go to f5.
Why?
To threaten this pawn. I think that's. I mean, I would never go to rook f4. I would keep the control of the file, because now I can even think about going rook d1 in the future, because he lost some control on the file. But okay, let's see what happens. I'm sort of threatening this because a2 is defended. So yeah, what's he going to do? Oh, he went for that. I mean, unless I missed something really strong, I think that cannot work. He can maybe think of taking on h3.
I think he's
but I go queen g2 anyway.
I think he's going g6 with queen.
If he takes here, okay, he can probably take 3 pawns, or maybe I can defend here. I thought here he can take on f3, I trade queens, and I think I'm winning anyway, but it's 3 pawns for the piece. But maybe I can even go here and it's better. What do you think? Seems risky, but I'm not in the mood of calculating.
Wow. Yeah, knight. I think it's better.
Neither,
Good
queen
knight.
g3 check, king h1. It's risky because in the other line I trade queens and I'm never going to be checkmated.
Really?
So I
really?
think the practical solution is this one.
Yeah.
Queen g2.
Trade queens.
Queen takes f3, queen takes f3, rook takes f3, and king g2.
Trade queens, but
And probably engine says knight h2 is better, but
it's a good idea because you stop the threatening battle.
yeah, I want to be practical.
Yeah, but
Because
We are-
he's sacrificing a piece to open my king. I don't want to enter his play. I want to keep things safe.
After
Even
that-
if it's not best, I think I'm winning anyway.
yeah, after that immediately he has to move the
And it's
rook.
simpler. Why didn't he play queen c6 or b6 defending the pawn? Because he couldn't? I was threatening the rook on d4? Maybe we can get to that later. Okay, so he's...
Hey, escapes.
Yeah, of course, he doesn't want that. So I think knight g3 makes
And take
a
the
lot of
pawn.
sense.
And
Knight here as well.
You
No, knight here loses the
you
pawn.
give him the pawn.
No, because I threatened the queen.
Ah, okay.
Okay, let's go there. We need to start playing fast. And I might have some threats, depending on where the queen goes. I think he has to keep an eye on this, because otherwise
Maybe-
threatening mate and the rook.
Maybe now he try or take the pawn with rook.
No, the queen is hanging. The queen was hanging.
Okay. I am.
Okay, so knight here threatens the rook and mate on g7. Does he have any defense? I don't see it.
Move the pawn.
Yeah, but I win the queen. The rook.
Ah, do it.
Yeah.
He has 1 minute.
Oh, he has even less time than we.
Yeah, he's thinking a lot. To move before he was thinking a lot of time. 2 minutes or
He
3
spent all
minutes.
of the time calculating bishop takes f3, and I think he didn't calculate it well. I think.
I don't know. Now I don't know he's thinking.
He's thinking that he's lost now, I think.
Yeah.
And
But-
yeah, he doesn't even have time. We can give him time, but I mean, he's lost. He's probably thinking,
Okay.
why did I do this? Why did I take on f3? I mean, he was better up to that point, I think.
Give the rook, lose the game. Mirror. Give the rook.
Okay, he gives up the rook.
And
Do we
trade
trade
queen.
first or we take? I think we take here, and we take here, and if rook check, rook e2. But yeah, he lost on time. Anyway, he can play queen g6. Yeah, well that was good, but he
Yeah.
loses the rook. That was what he did. Okay, so I'm not sure of this. I think they play this first, but probably good anyway. This order. And yeah, probably knight c6 not the best move because he loses the pawn. Although we didn't play well after that because we lost the exchange here. Yeah, I didn't see the threat. I didn't see this threat. So here queen c2 or queen here makes more sense to reply knight c3 versus against bishop d4. And here coordination, safety, and doing nothing. Queen back, I don't understand because the queen was more active there. Rook d4, okay, threatens to double the rooks, which was normal, but now I'm threatening this and he doesn't defend it, so that was his first mistake, I think. I would probably keep the rook here on the d file. And yeah, that's terrible. And if he does the check, I can stop it. So
Yeah.
So he takes the pawn, and here probably knight h2 is
But,
good, but
No,
I wanted to keep it simple. And he was saying why didn't he play queen b6 to defend the pawn? He couldn't. Once he played rook d8, the pawn on c5 is lost because there's a rook in he has to save the rook. So if he defends the pawn, I take the rook, of course. And in the next move, he couldn't. More beer to proper handicap. Yeah, do we have more? We have another one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You only have other one.
Yeah, so it's going to be this one and just one more.
After
And yeah, here I was saying we had this idea, so queen d3 was a blunder. I think he has to play queen g5 or queen g6.
I think
those are the two moves to stop this idea.
I think he must trying to take our bishop in any moment, in some times, because he never tried to take it, and this is
He
a
went-
very
Actually, I think he committed. If I have to pick a huge mistake, and it's a conceptual mistake, he went for the attack. I mean, he's material up, and he goes for this sacrifice. You only do that if that works, and it,
yeah.
it
You
didn't.
have to.
So
think a lot.
you do that in a classical game where you can think a lot and be
Yeah.
sure that it works. But otherwise, the practical thing to do when you are material up is do nothing. Don't sacrifice anything. Exactly the opposite I did here. I think I did the practical choice of going queen g2, even though I thought that knight h2 was the best move. But knight h2 I can solve it in a classical game when I have time, and I can see what happens after
Yeah.
he moves the rook around to do some other checks, and I need to calculate a lot of things. I have the feeling that knight h2 was better, but queen g2 was so practical, so easy, so simplifying the position that I think I was practical here and he wasn't practical back when he played bishop takes f3. That was like, why would you do that if you are up on material? He wasn't up on material because I took here, so we were same material at this point, but okay.
But this bishop on c5 was very bad for him, because he block this bishop blocks the possibility of he develops from the queen side. He doesn't, and the structure of the pawns, this side of the board didn't use it. He has the bishop on b7,
Yeah.
totally death. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know play. But
Yeah, okay.
When I see the, I feel.
Okay, but well, first of all, he's really doing bad now in the queen side because I have 3 pawns, he has 2,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
disconnected. So he probably doesn't need to do anything on the queen side. I mean, going after the bishop might be a good idea, but other than that, he can't do anything with the pawns. But on the other hand, you see this bishop is killed. I think it's not killed. You have a bishop killed when it hits your own pawns. So
I mean
it's
the
dynamically killed by my pawns, but it's my pawns. I can lose them.
yeah, no, I mean this bishop. I don't know how to say it in English, at least.
Yeah, okay.
I feel he could try to move the bishop or move other piece to try threat our bishop and trying something, because okay, you have a strong structure of pawns.
Actually,
but
you made a good point here. I think it wasn't here. It was back here. That you said maybe he wants to play queen c6. Okay, queen c6. I wasn't impressed of that. I told you, but it's still better than what he did in the game. So that's a way to use his bishop, actually, to play
Yeah.
queen c6. So that was better. He even
Maybe-
retained
yeah.
some advantage.
f3 stop.
Yeah,
the
I can
threat.
play f3 or f4
Yeah.
because now the queen defends. But it's forcing me to push pawns. That's always good. So it was better than what he did in the game. I think I wouldn't play queen c6. I would play. I mean, queen f5. I think it was a good move. But then after that, queen e6 doesn't make any sense. And it's hard for him to do something with the bishop. I think the bishop is in the best square he can be. It's from the distance putting pressure to my
Okay. Then
king.
use it.
Then what he has to do is to use the pieces he's not using, like the rook on f8. So that's why I thought rook d7, rook fd8, and do something on the d file.
I don't know.
So, for example, I don't know. Here he played queen e6. I mean, if he plays here rook d7 and I do nothing, h3 as in the game, rook here, this was much better than in the game. At least he has control over this file, and I don't know.
In this situation, he can put the rook on d3, threat the bishop, because he is protected by his queen and the other
The
rook.
bishop is defended twice.
Okay, but in this situation, you need break something.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
That-
I think.
That's what I told you before. If you are up on material, you have to do nothing. Like the pressure is totally on white, especially in this game because I had much more rating than him. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of pressure here, and I'm down on material. So his best strategy is to do nothing, but do something. I mean, for example, doubling rooks. Do what you have to do, and then
Okay, but
just gamble around and.
The question is, okay, I am going to put both rook in the same file.
Yeah.
Then after that, use it.
He doesn't need to use them. He's just putting a lot of pressure on me, and I start having no moves. Because now that he has control, I cannot put here, I cannot do this. So he's stopping me from doing things. So
Okay.
what should I do?
Okay.
If I put this here, then he can enter e4.
Then,
So
then-
slowly improving. When you're up on material, you need to slowly improve, because at some point you're going to control more squares than your opponent because you have more pieces.
Yeah. Okay, but then
Yeah.
if he can't use rook and bishop because the position on the board is good for him, because you are stresses and you need to prevent her possibilities of move and threatening, you give you stay with few pieces to move, only the queen and pawns, and he didn't move the pawns.
Yeah, but it's hard for him to move the pawns
Yeah, but
because
then he's not good.
Something
he's
that-
not better than us.
But that's not the question.
Because
We're trying to be
it's-
objective here.
It's only tactical, but in the real game, if he moves the piece, he lost his advantage, but he need move the piece to win.
Okay, I mean, he was strategically lost once we took. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's an overstatement. But when he starts having this structure, he's never going to have
double pawn is bad.
Yeah, pawn. But it's not only that. I mean, he's worst in this side of the board, but he's also worst in the other side of the board because we have more pawns. We have 4 versus 3.
Yeah.
So he's never going to do something really good with the pawns. He has to play with the pieces, and the advantage he has at this point is he has the bishop pair, and he used it, and we lost our exchange. So now the
The
advantage.
problem was the exchange then.
Yeah, now the advantage he has is he has 2 rooks. That's his only advantage. He has more material because he has 2 rooks, so he has to use them.
Yeah.
Just put them on the
Then
open
we come
file.
back. Then we come
and-
back like we are talking about early. I think I don't know. I never feel he cans queens to you.
I think
never
he has.
felt.
I think he has the advantage here, but I understand that I cannot force matters. He has to blunder. That's the only way I will win, and that's what happened. I understood that. That I needed to coordinate my pieces so that
Yeah.
if he does something crazy, it's bad for him, and that was what happened. And he didn't understood that he needed to improve slowly, and if he improves slowly, like I don't know, it's his turn here. If he improves slowly, I think we saw something like this. The queen was here. I think that was the position, but
Yeah.
if he improves slowly, okay, the pawn was here, and I start having no moves, and I have no way to improve because I can never get the control over the open file. I can never trade pieces as white because I'm down on material. I can only wait. So he improves slowly. The good news for white is for black is really hard with this structure to do something stronger, but he has ways to improve. If he cannot put enough pressure on this file, he can go and try some other plans.
Yeah,
So
I agree with
the
you.
problem for black is his advantage is not easily convertible, so he has to play slowly and be patient, which he wasn't.
I agree with you.
So
Why not F1?
Alienfu asked what is the elo of the guy in the left, and I think you are in the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am very bad player. I don't know play. I think
Well-
I have 1,000.
Yeah, Quartillo has around 1,000 online because
Online.
he
In
doesn't-
real world.
in real
world.
life he doesn't have
I,
elbow
no, I
yet,
don't play.
so
I don't play. I don't play.
he's learning. And Colombo asks why knight f1. It seems like he's suffocating. Well, the knight on f1. I remember this saying of. Well, actually, in the real game, it was also knight f1. The real game went like this. Well, in the real game, I was forced to play knight f1 because of the huge threat of queen c2 here.
Yeah.
And I cannot put the knight here because he takes twice, and then checkmate. So in the game was forced, but anyway, knight f1 is a move I want to play because there's this saying that knight on f8. Well, it's the I mean, for black is f8, the same position. Knight f8, and you don't get mate.
This is a
It's a saying that
poem or
yeah,
song,
it's
I
a
don't
saying.
know why.
It's a saying, and yeah, the knight here defends the very important square on h2, but it also prevents any checks on the back rank.
No.
And if
protect d2, protect d2.
d2 it doesn't matter, but
No, doesn't matter.
I mean,
not.
from a king's perspective, in a short castle, the weakest points of a short castle, if we go back to the starting short castle position where you have these 3 pawns here, the rook here, the weak points, the weakest points are h2 and the back rank. Because once this rook disappears, you have back rank issues, and this pawn is the least defended
Yeah,
because
only
it's
by the
only
king.
defended by the king.
By the king.
So those are like the weakest points in general of the short castle. So that's why a knight there sort of defends both of them, because it blocks any checks on the back rank, and it's also defending h2. So
No, I mean,
kind of safe.
I mean, I think put a knight on f1 is good because protect d2, but because if you have two black rook on d7, d8, he can threat the queen on d2.
Sorry.
Okay, if you don't put the knight on f1,
Yeah.
they can threat the queen.
Because
with
then, yeah,
the rook here.
I need to control this
Yeah.
square also.
This
Okay.
is the reason because I
Yeah, in
think
this
it's
game,
good.
in this game, I also wanted to defend d2, and Colombo is saying why not knight f3. So knight f3 here. Well, in general, knight f3 also defends h2. It doesn't defend the back rank. But in this game, in this position in particular, I didn't play knight f3 for tactical reasons, because he can start simplifying the game basically, and if I want to take with the queen, then I'm just an exchange down in a technical winning endgame for black. And if I don't want to take with the queen, then I mean he can even have enough attack because of my ruined the structure. So I didn't want to bishop f3 to happen. Aren't all 3 pawns only defended by the king after castle? Well, the pawn on f2 is also defended by the rook. That's an important thing. And also the pawns are easily defendable, but by other pieces the closest they are to the center.
Okay.
So for example, if I want to defend
Yeah.
f2, I can defend it
The same line.
in other ways. But h2 is more inaccessible. So in general, it's the most the weakest.
Yeah.
It's true that g2 is not as easy as defend as f2, but h2 is even less. And for example, when you do fianchetto,
Yeah, I like it.
yeah, I also like it, and you have the bishop on g2, it's also h2 the weakest, because
Yeah.
g3 is totally defended by 2 pawns, and so on and so forth.
It's dangerous if you use bad.
Alienfu says, guy in the left, his name is Cuartillo.
Cuartillo. Play together.
Let's play together so Pepe can comment our mistakes after the game and laugh during it. I think that's a good idea.
I don't have. The problem is we are logging with the Pepe account.
No problem. Just play it casual, and doesn't mind to me
Okay, but
if
I-
you lose.
I need another beer.
But we need the other beer. Yes.
I come back soon. I come back soon.
Challenge me, Alienfu. Just challenge me to a casual game, and Cuartillo is going to play it. Okay. Alienfu says he's creating the account in Lichess now.
Now, just now.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
he didn't have it. So I'm going to
You can play other before
before
The game.
Alienfu creates the
before the game. You
Yeah,
have
okay.
The previous game for the start game.
Okay, let me play a faster game now. I got clip batch from taking so many clips of chess strats. Ah, nice, because Colombo usually clips a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and he got a clip batch. That's nice. I didn't get that. But I'm not going to play a standard. Let me do a variant. Any.
Crazy.
Anti-chess. I wanted anti-chess.
I like it. It's interesting variant of game.
Yeah, anti-chess is about. Let me remember. Hi, you too. Let me. This is about This is about losing the pieces.
This
Yeah, the goal of this is to lose all of your pieces. So you win when you lose all the pieces, or you get stalemated, I think. And the important rule is, if you can take a piece, you have to take it. That's the rule.
yeah, you are
Like
you are
in
forces.
the checkers. Yeah.
You are forces.
So for example, now he opened his bishop and his queen. If I put, for example, the pawn here, he has to take it. But then I have to take with my rook.
Ah, because this is the reason because he opened it like this.
Yeah, and if I put this here, he must take, but then I have to take, and then he can play c5, and then I must take. So you have calculations as in regular chess, because the lines
Wow.
are long, although they are
if you put
more forcing.
pawn on before he's forced to take with the bishop.
Yeah, and then I'm forced to take here, and then he's gonna play c5, I think, and then I'm forced to take. And
Oh my god.
yeah, what to do? I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm going to do a double threat. Okay, I think we get the challenge.
It's very fast.
Yeah, okay. Enfu is his login. We're going to. Okay, Ali Enfu. We're going to accept it after this game, and Quartillo is going to play
Yeah.
that one. So this is double check for one reason. The two of them are defended, so I'm going to take, if he undefends one, I'm going to take the other. So he's forced to take. This is crazy, all crazy. So
But-
now I can take here, I can take here, I can take here, or I can take here. But I'm forced to do one of those 4 moves.
Bishop with take the bishop, no?
Oof, I have to think.
Ah, because the problem is
Because- yeah.
c5, no? Pawn c5.
No, if I take, yeah, for example, if I take, he's happy because he's not forced to do anything. But if I take this or this, he's forced to either take my queen or take my pawn on c3. So I'm gonna do one of those to try to force him. Probably this, but I'm not sure. Because if I take here and then he takes here, I'm forced to take the bishop or take something with my queen.
Why do you want to lose the queen?
Because I want to lose my pieces. This game is about losing the pieces,
Ah,
remember?
oh my God. Okay. Ah, claro.
But-
then you need to expose your piece.
But I think I want to lose pawn. Oh, I blunder. He could take here first. Yeah, now I'm forced this. He takes here. I'm forced to take here. Yeah. Okay. And now he can play c5. Oh, he's going to... Yeah, he has
he,
a good position now.
he knows the game.
Yeah, I agree with Colombo. Queen takes d7 was much better. Now he's thinking he has this option. He has this option. Yeah, I'm forced. It's only move. I'm gonna remove this because it would be only move as well. Yeah. We still have hope. This game is too complicated, and the endgames are beautiful.
Now
Anyway.
you can force
You can-
twice. Pawn.
It's his turn. It's his turn.
Pawn b7.
It's his turn. He's forcing me to take everything. He got me in a chain. I'm forced every move. Now he's going to undefend. I'm gonna take this and then this. So he has to probably play this
And
and then rook h7
now-
and he's winning. He's totally winning here.
now he's on check.
It doesn't matter.
Ah, my God.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Ah, yeah, he takes the rook.
That's a mistake. h6 was the move because then I take everything. But now I can take this and he has to take my rook. Probably still winning for him, but
Now after that you can put the pawn on b7.
yes, that's an option. He's taking here as well.
b7. After that he take it in g1, in g2. G2.
Yeah, he's
h1.
right. He's saying in the chat,
Yeah.
1 square too far. Yeah, it was a big mistake. And now b7 is possible, but if he takes on h2, then I take here. He takes here.
No, because he's forces. You can force it because if you put on b7, he takes. After
No, he
that-
takes on h2. Come on. He has 2 options of taking.
knight.
No, I
Knight.
think it's a good move, but I need to calculate it deeply. Rook h2, bishop e7, and then g2 is defended twice. So e4, he takes, and then rook h6, I think.
h3, pawn h3.
No, this is a good variant.
He takes with the rook.
Yeah, but I calculate. Come on.
Ah, okay. If you calculate, you are the master. It's a funny game.
Yeah. No, I have to. No problem. I have to take, but he has to take. Now I have the initiative here. I still need to think how to continue, but and
The
pieces are
so far.
okay. So now things start to be concrete.
Bishop c6.
Okay, I buy that. I like that. He has to take with the pawn, because if he takes with the knight, then I have two very good options. Even this one, then I take on h6, he has to take. So he take
The problem
with
with
the good
him
one.
with the pawn, you after have to take the knight with the bishop. Don't open the bishop.
So I think I'm going to threaten knight b5. Actually here I'm threatening the two of them. And if he pushes, then I have to choose. I can choose between b4 or d4.
I prefer B, because if you open.
Yeah, but then
A5
he has to take back on h6.
Ah, okay.
The knight is defended.
How many
and I have the
pieces?
initiative.
How many pieces? 3, 6, 3,
I have
6,
one
7.
more piece. I have
7.
one more
You
piece
have 7.
still,
You have 7.
which is generally bad. By the way, I've seen many people
Move the king.
yeah, going to sacrifice the king immediately, because you can put the king here, things like that, and they have to take. And actually in this variant, when you promote, you can promote to every piece, even to a king. And that's funny. That makes endgames very interesting when there are passed pawns. Okay, so he didn't avoid that, so I have to choose here. I think both of them are similar, but I think I prefer this to have the passed pawn, but I'm not sure if that's good or bad for me.
Maybe in the center of the board is better.
Okay. And now okay, this starts to be very concrete. I think I cannot move this knight.
King. I will move the king.
Okay, but now he goes here. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. Then I go here, and that's
And
bad for him. That's
and
he's
for
losing.
example, and if he takes your king, the game continues.
Yeah, of course. And actually, since you can promote to a king, and I it happened to me in a game, I had two kings in a game. I think I can put it here. And oh, I blundered. He can push, and then I have to take, and then knight c5. Yeah, I blundered.
No, you can go back.
No, I have to take. I'm forced to take.
Okay.
I thought I was being clever, and now d4 and knight c5. Still complicated, but closer to his wing. Nice variant.
Yeah, it's very funny. You have to change totally your.
Yeah, I've seen
the
games,
the idea.
but I've seen games where one side seems to be winning, like he's only one pawn left, and it happened to me. Maybe it happens in this game. One pawn left, and the other side a lot of pieces, and the other side wins, because no matter which piece he promotes to, he has a chain to force him to take all of them.
Checkers.
So I will pre-move king c5,
Like checkers.
unless he goes here, which is not going to do. Okay, let's not pre-move. Oh, knight. What?
Take.
I think that's a blunder. Probably with this,
No, I think
we
take-
can change him. We can change him.
take with the king. He takes with the pawn,
No, no,
move the
no.
pawn.
He wants us to go here and then win. But I think with this or this we can win. Actually, with this better.
You need to take it, no? You are
Because if I
forced-
go here, d2 is defended. Then I can push here. I think I have. Oh no, but then I have to take on h6. So here takes d3, takes d4, takes h6. He takes, and then I'm not winning. But here he takes. I play b4.
But now you have to take
Yeah, that's-
the king, the knight.
Good point.
After that, move,
Yeah.
move the pawn. I don't know where are you talking about, but
Because I thought, oh, it's defended. I cannot take it. Oh man.
move
But
the
he-
pawn
Maybe
f4.
you think so? Because then he has f3. No. I think this is the move.
F4 because if you move he takes, but you need to take the
He's going to promote, and that's good for us.
only one piece.
We have a knight. We have the only piece remaining. So we have more.
I think the other way we have one piece less than him.
But yes, but we have more flexibility now because if he ever goes here, I go here, and this I'm gonna block it. So I'm not forced to take it him anymore, and I'm going to push these guys over here. I'm probably
No,
losing
no.
anywhere, but anyway, but
I never played before. You know the rules.
So if I push, he's going to push. So I'm gonna wait. I'm going to push the other one. And now I'm not sure. I'm not sure of this move. Maybe I wait and see what he promotes to. Because if he promotes to king or bishop or queen, I can go here. Rook, I can remain. And knight, I cannot force him to take. So this is where the endgames, the anti-chess endgames are so beautiful, and you have to calculate a lot, and I'm not going to calculate, so I'm going to play by heart.
The problem is one of our pawns he is not going to take it.
No problem. I can still choose what to promote to.
Okay, after promote you go very close to the king and
Let's see what he promotes to. For example, rook. I'm not sure. He's gonna have to take, so I can go here. Oh, still not in time because I'm one pawn left. But anyway, I think that's probably good for us. I'm going to remove this because he has to take. He's probably winning, but he has to chain us after we promote. So he has to be very clever now, because he has to see all the possible promotions,
He's
especially king, and see what. Oh, okay, so if I promote to a king, I think it's a draw.
and if you promote to queen,
If I promote to queen,
to
he's gonna chain.
takes, and after that you can
I lose.
force him.
No. Queen, I lose with this. I have to take, then this. I have to take, and then this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, queen is a very dangerous piece. Rook, I might win, because if he goes here or here, I take.
And after that you will go for the king.
And after that, yes. So
good.
probably rook wins, because after takes, he cannot force me to take the two of them. So I'm gonna do rook. Yeah.
The problem is you
And if he doesn't force us to take the rook, I'm going to force his rook to take us. So he has to force that one, and then I think we're winning.
The problem is you can force with the king take your rook, because if you put your
Or the
rook
pawn.
in the same line,
No, if I put it in the same line, then
You
I
are-
have to take the
no,
king.
because-
No. The thing is, I have to be careful, of course. But
in diagonal.
the idea is to get to the diagonal of
yeah,
the pawn.
in diagonal. But the problem is he moves the king. You have to take it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but for example, if he moves it here, I take it. He has to advance the pawn because it's the only piece left. So it
Maybe-
has to be
maybe-
calculated. It's concrete. It's
maybe
concrete.
maybe it would be knight instead rook.
No, because
Because with the knight you can put the piece near the king and he
if knight
and
he can go here and here.
He can't force you to take.
He can force me to take with knight. Rook c6, king e5, and then it's all about the pawn.
It's more easy.
He has two only moves here. He has to choose one of them, and then I have plenty of ways to maneuver because he's still 5 moves to promotion.
I think is better for us c1 instead b8.
b1 instead of c8. I think it doesn't matter. Then he has to keep the king closer to the pawn, but still, I think if we manage to put the rook on the g5, if he goes here, we win, because he takes our rook. And if he goes here or here, we take it, and then he has to move the pawn, because it's the only piece left. And then we put it on the diagonal of the pawn. So I think he has to give up the rook now, and then we go to the g5. Okay.
He moves the king.
This is my idea.
You need to give him 2
So
squares.
he goes first. He
Give him 2 squares.
So for example, if I go here now,
No. I think you must here.
I think I'm winning anyway.
I think you must go here.
But then he makes progress. Then he pushes.
Here.
Tell
or
me why
here.
rook g1 is not winning. Tell me why.
G1 not winning.
Yeah, I think it's winning. I'm threatening rook takes king.
Okay. And after that he is forced to take it with the pawn.
Yeah, and even if he undefends, he pushes the pawn. I take the king. He has to keep pushing. Rook g3.
It's our time.
If he moves the king, rook g5.
Go.
I think it wins on the
Go.
spot.
He's forced to take it.
I can even pre-move rook g5 probably.
No, because he moved the king. G4. After that, the pawn doesn't take it.
What? It doesn't matter. I was winning anyway.
I don't understand. He takes. Why he's waiting? Why the game?
Actually, I'm giving him
ends?
two options. That's why he's thinking. No, he was lost. I think since the moment we win. But here he can't do anything.
Why he doesn't put G4?
King g4.
Yeah,
I take it.
and after that,
Only move. Then I move the rook back or somewhere,
he's
and
forced
then
to move. Okay.
Yeah. There's no way that I can take the king and then he moves the pawn so that I have to take it, because that means that the pawn could take the rook. No, there's no construction for him to save the game. Okay, we should accept m4,
Okay.
and you're going to play. I'm going to hand you the mouse.
Sorry guys, I am very, very, very bad.
I hope Alienfu is ready. He's playing already.
He's very fast.
So now, what's the idea? I will commentate live while you play, or
Yeah,
or do I wait to the end?
No, I need. Don't help me. I think this is the idea.
Okay, but can I laugh at you? or-
Yeah, of course.
Okay, he's playing the London system, by the way.
I don't know. I don't know what I have to do. Okay.
I want to come hold the mic for you so bad. Never mind, it's not heavy. So you are closing your own bishop. Good job. Knight c6. How many times did I criticize you that move?
Don't care.
Are you going to ever castle?
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to do
But you prefer to prevent.
here. Here.
Uh-huh.
He didn't see it. I don't know where I am looking. it's my turn.
Yeah, since he played c4, it's
my
your turn. Yeah,
Sorry, it's my turn.
yeah. Maybe you can move twice a piece or something.
Okay, he take it. I don't care.
Wow, developing move. Good. Wow!
Hombre.
You're playing checkers. All pawns in the same color.
Yeah.
Ah,
He's going to win to me, no?
yeah. It's a casual game, fortunately, because this is my account. What? Are you pre-moving that? He's gonna take your knight on f6.
Don't worry.
Alienfu, take with the pawn. Take with the. He didn't see it. So now he can take on d5, right?
No.
Don't listen to me, Alienfu. I mean, the knight is pinned.
You can laugh of me.
Ah.
Don't troll.
But okay, don't give hints. He played such a terrible check, forcing you to do good moves. That's no good.
Okay.
You can take the queen. You can take the queen.
Hostia, es verdad.
Yeah.
I lost my queen, idiota.
You still have all the pawns, and you have the bishop pair. I don't know how you do that.
I don't have knights because this is the reason.
Yeah, but you play like a grandmaster.
True.
From nowhere you have the bishop pair. You cannot castle. You lose the pawn. How did that happen? a5 you played. Wow. So you played f5 for some reason, like?
No,
Okay.
I like it.
For a moment I thought it was that you were going to castle, but yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if... Meh,
Okay.
I have to...
Let's trade pawns.
Don't worry. The most important thing in this game,
Is
thread the piece.
thread the piece. Okay, that's a good tip. Thread the piece. Wow, you castled. I'm amazed.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, he's not castling. That's why you're going to win this one.
He goes take,
Yeah.
I take, he take.
Well, he can play d4. No, he cannot. Bishop c4. Oh, he listened to me. Oh, now you no longer have the bishop pair. So you're a pawn down.
I don't have problem with this.
Okay. Everything's under control.
No, anything.
You have the bishop. The bishop is better than the knight sometimes. That was mean, taking 3 pieces. Wow. He replays.
Ahí estaba mirando otro lado, hombre.
That was a beautiful combination. Giving up a piece to win the rook in the next move. Oh, Alienfu. Are you going to pre-move that?
Uy. Don't worry.
Okay, a queen for a rook and some pawns. Now let's show us your technique.
Hostia, my queen.
Out of there, anywhere. Now the queen is defended. You can. Okay.
No, here's why. Maybe I have to.
Maybe because of the check on a1. Only move. He resigned because losing the a2 pawn was was killing.
Rematch.
Okay, you were so funny. Like I enjoyed the moment where
I didn't watch.
he played
the-
queen
the
a4, losing the knight on c3. You took the knight. Then he played queen takes pawn on a5, threatening your rook on c3. You played something else. Like okay, I don't mind. And then he took
I
your
was
rook.
not rather usually blundered.
Okay.
If you want, we can rematch.
I had a lot of fun. The big mistake was losing the queen. Yeah, didn't see the pawn was pinned. Yeah, that was a big mistake. But yeah, I think there were some couple of mistakes more than that. Now, Pepe, can you comment our minor mistakes? Yeah, I can.
Oh.
Let's see.
I don't want
Let's
to
see
see it.
There were some. Hey, good job. You win. You won.
Without your help.
Without, yeah. I was just laughing at you.
Yeah.
D4, D5, bishop f4, E6, knight f3, knight c6. Knight c6 I don't like. I mean, it's tricky. It's playable, but you usually have some problems then to develop, and I think this is not comfortable to develop.
I have some problems with chess.
Yeah.
One of them is I play without thinking about I am going to do.
Yeah.
And usually I play with whites. I don't know why the ordenador or the computer, the computer, the PC, give me the white piece more than black. Then, like short castle with whites
Yeah.
are in the right
In the right side,
I
and you
usually-
get confused. Oh, okay.
usually move the
Knight to
the
f3, and here it's like the same for you. Knight c6 is like knight f3 with white.
I to castle, and after that
Yeah, but you castle on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I feel, because after you start the opening and you develop some pieces and castle, you want to do things.
Yeah.
And doing things usually means either playing with the pieces or do pawn breaks.
Yeah.
So it's usually interesting to have this break with c5 in this type of
C4,
structure.
C5. And
With-
take after the
Yeah,
he takes,
when
I
you play
take.
d4, d5, you usually want to have this. So it's a normal setup is this knight here, this knight here.
Okay.
Especially if you already killed this bishop with this pawn here, then it doesn't matter if you go 97.
Okay.
So if you play like this, you should try this. But first castle, come on.
Okay.
But yeah, after knight c6 you never can push this, so you are
After
going.
I move the knight.
You are going to never question that pawn d4 easily.
Okay.
Anyway, that wasn't a blunder. I mean, it's just a thing I don't like. A6 I didn't like as well. I mean, why don't you castle? c4, okay, knight f6, knight. This is terrible.
Why?
Because all the dark squares are weak now.
I did it for fianchetto.
Yeah, but if you push e6, don't push this.
Okay.
And if you push this, don't push this, because if you push both of them, this is going to be
A beautiful structure.
dark squares, weakness.
A beautiful structure.
Always.
Structure of the pawns.
You can never defend f6 with a pawn anymore in the game.
Oh, it's just
So you have some perpetual weaknesses there. So in general, if you play like e6, then try to develop this to b4, d6, e7, the easiest e7 castle, and keep things like that. And if you want to fianchetto, then don't put the pawn on
Okay,
e6.
yeah.
Just fianchetto, and this bishop goes out because the other will be kept on g7. Okay, that's just things I didn't like, but not blunders. I didn't like this. I mean, I would just keep developing because not a big deal if he takes, I think, but okay. I think here he can already take here because this knight is pinned.
Take the pawn, take the knight, queen.
Yeah, and then start pressuring the pawn on d5. I mean, takes is forced and put some pressure here. But okay, queen a4 check, forcing you to do a good move, a developing move. I'm learning a lot actually with this commentary. Really, we can play another one when you finish commentating this one if you are fine with it. I will let him play white this time.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem. Yeah, in fact, I asked for if you want rematch, but we are
Yeah,
talking about the
just send us the
problem.
challenge, and when we are over with the comments, we do that. Okay, I think white played normal well so far until this point. I think queen a4, I don't like it because it's basically forcing you to do a developing move and he now has to go back. So I didn't like that check. It's like a check that helps black. I would have taken here and start putting pressure on d5, but maybe there are other ways, just simple development and castle, because white is fine. He has a bishop already on e5 and it's okay. Okay, queen a4 check. He did go for this, but yeah, I think it's even better to go back immediately with the queen, because he's going to have to move the queen anyway after he takes on f6, and he's giving up the bishop pair. So I wouldn't take on f6. Just he went here, next move I would have gone there now instead of taking on f6, because I think now black has the bishop pair and that's good for black. And queen b4, okay, some threats, not sure, and stopping castling. And a5, I think it's a good move if after takes you castle, because the annoying thing of having the queen here is that you cannot castle.
Well,
So f5 I like it, but after takes I would castle.
I don't castle because
I don't know.
I think okay, I have to save the
I
rook
know.
because I forget the queen.
The queen was defending the rook.
Yeah.
I mean, I asked you during the game, but I thought you played this to play like you did rook b8 and take on b2.
This is
But
one of these reasons.
But I think castling here is normal. And rook b8, queen a6, rook takes b2. I would take the pawn on a5
Yeah.
here. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Or if he doesn't want to take it, then bishop e2 to castle, because the bishop is defended on e2 by the knight, so he can castle. So he could prepare castling here. Instead, and I think this is a mistake, to open up the position where his king is still on the center, and it's 2 moves away from castling short. He can castle long now if he wants, but it's risky, of course.
Yeah.
It's 2 moves away from castling short, and he's opening up the center against 2 bishops. I think that's a mistake. And you castle, which is okay, because if you take back, of course he takes with a knight and starts threatening stuff. So castles is okay. Takes. And bishop c4, I think that was a good move. Actually, I suggested it. because then he can castle next move after queen takes c4, rook c2. He can castle here. I would castle here. Maybe he was worried about the ping, but I think there's no easy way for black to get to use it.
It was only
Because
for scare.
yeah, but the bishop is blocked, the queen is I mean, if you had queen a3 or something like that, but you don't have it, so it's just to scare, but no real threats. So I would have castle here and solve all white's problems, but instead that was the funniest moment of the game. He blunders the knight.
Yeah,
You take it.
I blundered the.
Then he takes the pawn. It's a pawn for a knight, but he's attacking your rook. You blunder it.
I was thinking, okay, I have the king just in front of me. I can pin the pawn. I take it.
So your idea was deep, because in the end you won a queen because of this rook e8. Your idea was to pin this pawn,
Yeah.
to take the pawn on d4, and that's
And
how
force out.
that's how you won the game, taking the free queen in the end.
Oh.
So you were too deep there. Yeah, no.
Instead, I forget the rook.
I mean-
I only
when
was
I-
thinking about the
Yeah.
But
When
what
I
can
saw it, I saw your reaction, and I understood that you were totally blundering the rook. But now that now that I see it, of course, rook e8 is a good move. Just because you have bishop takes d4 and you threaten the rook on a1 if he moves the rook, so it's very clever and very deep. But of course, it was an accident. But it was very funny. But yeah, it's really a good move, rook e8, because you have this bishop takes d4.
But in the next time I have to put safe the rook.
that was very funny, because you didn't see it at all, and you found probably a brilliant move, actually.
I can see.
Lienfu's chat on the stream, but not in the chat room. I don't know. We saw we saw his comments in the chat room. So you might have a problem, Colombo. We see the comments both in the stream and in the chat room.
Doesn't show on the screen.
Yeah,
The comments.
or maybe we have some because Twitch is constantly getting new, offering new features, and now we have different room for moderators, or maybe I clicked something and I can see all the chats, but the other guys cannot.
Now I watch on the screen +1 Pepe on red and green letters.
I don't know. I know there are now like
okay.
different chat rooms, and it's
I don't know.
complex for me. Okay, so from this on, I think the game doesn't have a lot of because he blundered the queen in this move. Of course, he has to go queen c1, defend the rook, and then be a pawn up in the endgame.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe
He
white has winning chances.
He wins.
Winning chances, I wouldn't. But yeah, now after this, it's over. You played on for a while, but nothing really interesting happened. And now rook d1 is forced. You were going to take this. Okay. Wanna play with white?
Yeah, our mate.
Okay. The mouse is yours. I'm having fun with these games.
Now I am black.
You're white, yeah.
E4.
Okay, e4. That way people doesn't get confused, because it's my account and I always play e4. d4. Okay, you can probably transpose to a Scotch gambit or something.
Oh,
That's an interesting pre-move. I think this is transposing to the Nimzovich defense.
I don't know.
And I see that
I don't know what are you talking about.
I'm not going to say anything.
Here. He wants to go here. Are you
This is
scaring me?
high level chess. High level chess. You are playing.
You saw the previous game. I have a deeply.
Yeah, that was too deep, and what both of you are doing here is too deep for me. Because he's blundering a piece, you don't take it, then he defend. Yeah, he's still blundering it. You still don't take it. Colombo says, was moving that pawn violating the moving a piece twice rule? Pawn to d5. Not entirely, because it was forcing the knight to move twice as well. So I think it's not violating the rule. Okay, so you could have taken a free piece in the opening. You didn't see it. Because when he put the knight on d4, he has no squares, so pawn to c3 would have win the knight. I'm telling you now. Because I'm a bad guy. And now, still I think you have the advantage because you have more space.
He wants to take this pawn.
Yeah, good call. And you want to
take the rook.
Oh, it was his turn and he didn't take it. Wow.
I need to protect this.
He's tracking 2 pawns actually now. You prefer to lose your central pawns, right?
Yeah.
Colombo says, you'll have to go back and show us what piece was blundered. I didn't see it. Okay, I will show that after they finish the game. Maybe they blunder more pieces. It's it's very likely, I think.
Cabrón. Oh my god. Tac tac.
Tac tac, you're Russian now.
A stupid move.
Yeah, I agree with that. Forcing him to do a good move. And now it's his turn, so the pressure is on him. That was your strategy.
He goes here. The problem.
Yeah, you want to take the knight.
The problem is, I see the move, but I don't do it. I don't know. Take, save the queen.
Save the queen. Okay. You like green circles?
Yeah.
He's going to go to do a double fianchetto, I think. I'm not even sure who has more space here. You have the pawn on d5, he has the knight on e4, now he's gonna have a pawn on e4 probably. Maybe you don't see the threat. That would be funny. How much alcohol do you have in the body?
I see.
What's fianchetto or fianchetto? I don't know how it's called. I think because it's CH in Italian, it should be said
Spanish people.
Fianchetto.
Spanish people say fianchetto, but we really don't know how is the real spell for this word.
I think Italian. From my Italian knowledge, very deep and profound.
You know Italian?
A lot, some. I think it's fianchetto. And fianchetto is where you develop your bishops through the long diagonal, like bishop to g7, bishop to b7, in this case by black. So you're giving him the chance to go for this fork and opening the long wow, that was...
Oh. I like.
You like what?
I like.
Okay.
I like the game.
I have no words. Yes?
Ya no voy a hacer eso.
Surprise me. Ah.
Y ahora,
He wants the queen trade. What a mean guy. He has one more piece. You're a piece down. Did you see?
no.
How that even happened?
I don't know. I don't like trade queens.
Wow. This is high level chess for me. I don't understand the moves. I will try my best to commentate the game after it finishes, but there must be some deep reasons I still don't get after those moves, like Queen A7. Wow. Ah. That's a good primo. Oh, he didn't see rook f7. Yeah, you're probably going to win. So he has a rook on a8 and a bishop on c8. That's what Morphy's opponents should usually do. Ah, you finally saw the pawn hanging on g6. It was just hanging for 15 moves now. Colombo is laughing at my reaction. Let's show your technique. Wow.
A ver. Yo no es que sepa mucho.
Ah. You saw the threat. That's too mean, trading rooks. Oops! Oops! Almost there. Queen a5 would have been a great move, but you need a grandmaster title to do that. I think he's going for the stalemate, but of course, against the stalemate master, he has no hope. Uh-huh.
Bueno.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for resigning.
Good game.
Almost there, the stalemate. Okay, let's see. What a terrible game again. I agree with that. But it was 42 moves. Like the previous one was 20 something, and this was too long for me.
Good game, don't.
Okay.
Pepe is a troll.
Yeah, don't listen to me. A45, D4.
I am a crazy man.
Yeah, okay. I have no comments no words for this. This still can transpose if he takes here.
I am sure if I put my pawn on D3, you say to me, "Oh, good, you close, you killed your bishop."
Yeah, but at least it would be a king CDN attack, something theoretical. I mean, it's not a bad move.
But for my levels, yes.
But it's interesting. Let's say it's interesting.
Okay. The problem
But-
is I watch the Grandmaster play and I try to reply.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know why he is doing this move and after that.
Okay, but but if you see grandmasters play, you know that everyone plays knight f3 here.
If I in the previous game you say to me, knights f3 bad.
No, I
Yeah.
said knight c6. That's a very different story. That's a very different story. Because you usually don't want to push the f pawn. I was talking about the c pawn for black. That's a
No.
different story.
When I play with white, I like play d4, c4,
Yeah, but
f3, f6.
if you see that those games from grandmasters or from anyone, you see that they usually play knight f3 before going d4. Maybe there's a reason for that, maybe. And probably the reason is that they don't want to get the queen out so early.
But the problem, the queen come back home.
Yeah, but that's a loss of a tempo.
Right.
Maybe black equalizes there.
Don't worry.
Still, maybe you can transpose here to some gambits instead of taking the pawn. So it's still a good move for white. But okay. Anyway, he didn't take it, and after d5 he played the worst move ever.
No.
No, I mean, queen g5 is worst. I agree, but knight d4 loses the piece
Why?
because you play c3, and the piece has no squares.
The knight.
The knight, yeah.
Bad move for the knight, not for white.
No, for black, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He blundered the knight with knight d4, and you didn't see it. But c3 wins the piece. The bishop is protecting b5. And the pawn is protecting these two squares, and this pawn is protecting this, and yeah, there's no square the knight can go to.
Okay.
So you could win a piece here.
I don't move f3 because
c3.
c3 because I was thinking if I move this pawn, Pepe is going to say to me, oh my god, what are you doing?"
Yeah, don't have fear when you play chess. Just try to solve the problems. It's a way. It's a game where you have to think what's
Okay.
happening and what can I do.
I am going to say one thing. Before the streaming start, I am playing only chess and Pepe was watching me, and I won 2 games a row.
In a row, yes.
Plus these 2.
Yeah.
Tonight I won 4
Yeah,
games.
that's a
All-
record. That's a record for
yeah,
you.
all the games I played, all wins.
Nice. Hola, chess chopping. Chopin.
Chopin.
So okay, you could have won that piece, you didn't do it. And next move, c5. I mean, if I were black here, I would be scared that I'm losing the piece, and I would try to find something. It's hard to find something because the piece is
If
has
the knight, I take it.
has no squares, so probably defending b5 to be able to play knight b5.
Yeah.
Because then if c3, at least he has knight b5 and the piece has escaped. But yeah, after c5 you can still play c3 and win the piece. And instead you offer to trade it, so
Yeah.
good for black.
I am a good
He
person.
saves the piece. Alienfu says next game he will win.
Sure.
So
The statistics are in his side.
the
Stats
statistics.
is in his side because I don't want so much games.
Yeah, you cannot win like 5 games in a
Nah,
row. That's
it's impossible. That's impossible.
If that happens, you
The earth explodes.
you should play the lottery or something because.
Yeah.
Okay, queen b6 threatens the b2 pawn, and you say, okay, never mind, take it, and he doesn't take it, but he threatens yet another pawn. So this was a very unexpected development for me, because here he's threatening a pawn, and you decide to develop to castle.
Because
Okay.
I
I understand that, but the next move you can develop defending against the new threat, and you decide, oh no, I want to defend the b2 pawn now. So it's kind of
no, because
Weird.
I didn't found this move of the knight you did you made it.
okay. 92.
Because I was thinking,
Or
okay,
96.
I have to defend, because if I was sure he's going to take b2, and okay, I am going to lose the pawn, and probably I am going to lose the rook if I don't move the knight. This okay, I am going to castle. At least the king will be safe.
Okay, that I understand that.
And after that, I forget
And now,
the problem.
in the next move you forgot about
You
it.
forgot.
Okay. So if he takes here, knight d2, and then yeah, okay, you play and you can win a tempo here. I like that decision of castling, but the next move, that's what. Okay, now he's
Take the pawn.
worrying about the b2 pawn, and now e4 is hanging. What are you doing?
Hmm.
Here I would obviously defend this pawn.
Yeah.
And keep
And
playing.
protect the rook.
Yeah, because if you have to choose,
It's more important in the center.
it's
of
more
the-
important to have pawns in the center and have control
I
over
agree.
the center. And actually, the queen here probably is not in good shape.
No, because you move the rook to b1.
Yeah, you
I'm
can do
afraid.
that. A2 would be falling, but yeah, at some point maybe you can win the e5
Yeah.
pawn or start attacking.
Block
I don't know. The
block
queen
the
is
queen.
not in the best shape here. The only thing the queen is doing there is winning the b2 pawn, but just that.
After the game, it's easy to see for me.
Yeah, but then after knight takes
The
c4.
problem is when I am playing.
Yeah, of course, as everyone. So Enfu is is challenging again.
Another, okay.
So he's saying he's gonna win the next one, and Xie Chopin is asking what tournament was that one.
Challenge with.
This was just playing
with
Quartillo
Alienfu.
versus Alienfu right now.
Not Pepe, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's
Pepe.
my account, but it's he's playing. It's Quartillo playing here, and it's right now. They are going to play the third game now after we finish doing comments on this one. Okay, you threaten the knight. He defends. That was the stupid check.
Yeah,
You're-
I say it.
You said that, and I have nothing more to add to that. Queen d6, threatening the d5 pawn, forcing you to go to c4. Yeah, because he wants to play b6. I think that's normal. Removing the queen. Okay, knight e2. I think the knight was protecting this, so maybe not the best. But you continue with this, allowing the fork. So yeah, that was. I think that was bad for white. Even this makes some sense because he has to take, and then you are going to win the pawn, I think. So you can even consider giving up the bishop pair because, well, you win a pawn. And you were a pawn down before that, so... Okay, 92, knight here, and yeah, now I think you have to move the queen. I'm not sure, because these two moves are scary now. But yeah, queen f3, you allowed the fork, and you had to sacrifice. I think that's the best you can do. Maybe there's... Yeah, no, there's no way to make this work, so okay, this had to be done. And now, you have one pawn for the piece, so you decided to keep queens, which I think is a good decision in a blitz game.
I can't take the queen if I move the pawn on d6.
No.
Yeah. Bueno,
What?
he takes my queen.
Yeah.
First. Okay.
So I like your decision, but just because it's a blitz game and you hope to win. But I think in a classical game, I would probably
Trade queen.
trade queens and hope for the best, because of course black is winning here.
Yeah.
But okay, I like your decision from a practical point of view, because it's blitz, so everything can happen. You keep complexity over the board. And now that, yeah, I think this is where my reactions that Colombo liked, because this pawn was was hanging with check for like 10 games, 10 moves in a row.
I
I didn't understand what both of you were doing here.
think I say to you what's happening with me when I was
You-
playing. I focused.
Yeah.
I am going to be. I am
You were-
focused in my
In your ideas.
in my idea.
Because
I don't see all the board.
yeah, from this position you were already grabbing this rook and,
Yeah.
and putting it here.
I was thinking
and then
about
he
it.
played this and you moved the rook. Why not?
I was thinking
But-
about. I was thinking about move the rook and file, put on the file on the king.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, rook e1 is a good move. Nothing wrong with that. But I mean, a pawn with a
Okay.
check, and then he cannot go to d8 because of bishop g5. So, like, okay. I wanted to play bishop h6 and wanted rook to defend it. Okay, I understand his idea. And I think black... Yeah, it's very difficult to find a move for him. I would probably try to consider something like this, king f7, to try to get... I mean, he has a problem on the e file, and he has another problem on g6, so I think moving one of these two to defend this makes sense. So I think king f7 would be my option here, because if you move the bishop, then he moves the queen, and he's safe, more or less. More or less. But yeah, he moved the queen, and I think you have... Bishop g5 was probably not bad, but okay, you can start even taking material here with
Yeah, but after that
taking
I
the rook,
I lost
or
the-
even take this pawn, or-
I lost the bishop.
or even... yeah, but you can grab material, I mean... Okay, bishop g5 is attacking for the checkmate, so
I prefer
it's good.
preserve the bishop because I thought okay I maybe I can take the rook, but I prefer the bishop because it's a good tool to keep the pressure, because I can move the queen and I have the rook.
Okay, I mean, it's okay. You played for the checkmate. You played to attack, and Morphy style. I mean, he's not using these pieces, so you go after the king, and g5 is the only one that cuts the king, so it forces him to be in this side of the board. And now he makes the final blunder, so to speak, because I think the only move is king f7. And from there, probably queen f3 wins on the spot. King g8, still trying something, and maybe this. I thought you were going to play like this. Just a small hope I had about you playing this, because I know you're not going to play the best moves, but I mean, I think this was normal way to continue. But here he played this, allowing rook takes, and you win the queen, and yeah, it's all over. Yeah, nothing to see here. Even though you played like for 20 more moves. Okay, okay.
How
okay.
you get checkmate before I did?
Okay, this is good. And here I would just put the rook here, threatening checkmate. I mean, even if you, even if he has a defense, threatening checkmate is usually good. So gets you closer to the checkmate. Here, that's a big threat, so probably he has to defend something like this, and I don't know what's the most precise way, but this is a checkmate threat also. He probably has to take. Maybe there's an option to go rook f8.
Sure, he takes. I take, come back.
Yeah, but whenever he takes, you're going to already have more checkmate threats. I mean, to checkmate, just go with all your pieces against the king, because you have more pieces than him. So rook e1, I think it's a must to try to check him, to checkmate, I mean. But maybe you can do it with bishop and rook. So rook e1 here is a good move, and bishop h3 doesn't make sense.
I thought he make this move to prevent rook e8.
Yeah, of course, but he can move the bishop somewhere else to prevent that, like
D7.
here, for example,
Or d7.
or d7. Well, maybe you can already trade rooks. Anyway, here, of course, yeah, it's all over. Sorry, I advanced too far, but blah blah blah. Yeah, he didn't move the rook here, and here I'm pretty sure you have a checkmate.
Move the bishop to f6.
This only move to prevent checkmate, and it's checkmate here. As you see, when you're match up on material, just by threatening checkmates like here, even if it has escape, you are going to eventually have a checkmate. So, and in the previous position where you asked me, it's the same, rook e1 immediately, and even without king f6, rook e1 here, I mean, you go with all the pieces and it's going to be checkmate.
I think
eventually.
I was lucky, but
You were lucky. You were lucky, especially after here, where you are a piece down.
maybe he
I think here
He
h5 was a terrible
yeah,
move.
maybe he must move the bishop and rooks and connect rooks or something like this.
Yeah, h5 was a terrible move for two reasons. One is it loses, of course, this that you didn't see anyway. But the other one is he's losing a tempo, and he has a problem because he has still the queen in the king in the center and the queen. So it's better to just play like bishop b7 and castle next move, or be fast to castle, because the only open file, you are going to put a rook there and move the bishop. So yeah, that was his big mistake. Although the big mistake, I think it was the first big mistake was in the third move, 94, losing a piece, but you didn't see it. So
This is the reason because I am not a grandmaster. Like
yeah,
the clip.
that's the
on
reason
Chess
why you
25.
are not a grandmaster. So third game with him.
If he wants, I want.
Okay, mouse is yours, and we'll see.
I think I am going to lose.
You are already
Statistical talking about. I think I am going to lose.
Okay. Let's see if you are both learning something about what I'm saying, because you are repeating the opening.
I am going to
Play knight c6 immediately.
Yeah.
Hey, Chess Japan is following like 15 minutes ago, but we don't have the notifications.
Like in the first game.
Thank you.
Like in the first game, to move the bishop.
And you keep playing knight c6. Okay.
I won't.
You don't listen to me.
I don't know. Well,
Wow. You're moving one piece each move. It's good job. I like it. Yeah. Not good, Alien Fu, not good. Why did you take on c6? I don't know why I want your opponents to win.
because I am a good player when I am focused on win and
Ah.
don't listen you.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
What
He
he
castled. He castled because
Ah.
you know he's a good player, so
He's
he
a-
castles.
he's
No,
a
not
smart.
like you.
He's smart. He's smart. Okay. I want to this bishop away.
Because you have the bishop pair, so you want to get rid of it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's too deep for me. Ah. Oh, you went immediately for it. Nice. You didn't even bother to calculate. I like it. Huh. So what's the point of the sacrifice?
Open file.
And then you castle there. I don't get it.
No, I
Yeah.
know I have to do this when the situation happens. I have to do this.
No, I know you know the Botvinnik defense, but
Yeah, I like it.
It's a very specific line, not this one. Okay. It's going to be fun analyzing this. So you put the rook and the queen in the yeah to that fork distance from c6. I like it. It's very intelligent not to threaten his queen so that he can take on c6. Oh no, it's not intelligent. Ah, you have a check. Oh, you were too clever. The sacrifice is paying off, I think. You have the draw, queen h4, queen g5. Yeah, always repeat. Hard to find a more passive move, yeah. Almost there. Always repeat. Yeah. What a mean guy.
Io ho portato la noce.
Well, it's a draw if you repeat 3 times.
I don't want to lose the queen.
You want to lose the queen. Okay. I understand that. It's better to get checkmated. I agree with that. No,
But
wait, I don't
know,
agree.
I don't know how. This is the problem. I don't know.
He offered the draw and you didn't. Okay.
How?
Maybe you need to move the queen to not to lose it without doing check. Well, I mean, yeah, it seems scary. I think he can force the drawing. Ah, you have g6. Okay.
G6.
White still fine. White is good shape. You can. Oh, good job, good one. Alienfu, you were right. You were going to win.
I was focused on other things. Good. This is the problem I say a lot of times. Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Oh my god. Good. Good game, Alienfu.
Good one, GG. 2-1. I mean, let's see, knight c6. Up to this point, you play both like grandmasters, like one piece every move, developing. Everything's good. I think if white just castles here and you get the bishop out and the next move you castle, it's like grandmaster play. But yeah, bishop takes c6, I don't like it. This is good for black. And maybe it's not easy. Maybe it's not easy for a beginner to understand, because of course you get these double pawns.
I know it.
So I understand that one can think that bishop takes c6 is a good move, but you are giving up the bishop pair, and not for a good reason. I mean, if double pawns occur, for example, when the king is already castled long, then it would be good, but the king is going to castle short. So this is good for black. Like, black has the 2 bishops, the double pawns will be even good. I think this is a bad move by white, taking here. Okay, h3, bishop there, bishop there. I don't like bishop here, because you have the bishop pair. I would just put it here and castle and preserve it. What is this bishop doing?
Nothing.
Nothing. Is it so annoying that you want to trade it? No, I think it's not. I wouldn't give him the choice to trade. I would play here. And yeah, g4 and takes. I cannot criticize this move, but I would have played this and then h5.
Okay, and after that h7
Because
the bishop.
yeah, g4 is a bad move. I'm going to criticize that because you don't want to push the pawns in front of your king. And since you gave up the bishop pair, white doesn't want to open the position and push pawns crazy. No, I think white just wants to keep a position closed or get the bishop pair back. But yeah, g4 is pushing pawns in front of the king. The king is going to be weak. And okay, the sacrifice. Yeah, I would go here and then h5. But okay, this is probably good compensation as shown in the game. Although you only had perpetual. Okay, I wouldn't castle here. I think the king is good here and the rook is really good here attacking. I would play here h5. Like you sacrifice to open up this king, then go with everything against the king. So h5 and then either keep pushing the pawn or rook h6, rook g6. But bring a rook to the attack.
Okay.
And after castle, you can still bring the rook to the attack with rook, f5 and rook
never.
f6 and go to g or h.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would do that
Okay.
instead
And
of
what's agree
queen e7.
a
I mean,
mistake.
I understand you are trying to attack with the pieces, but with only these two, you are not going to get enough. You need to get more pieces. So f5, rook f6, and rook g6, h6 would be really annoying. And yeah, rook b8. You are playing in the other side of the board. It's all about checkmating him now. You sacrificed a piece already.
Yeah.
You need to checkmate. And yeah, this is because of rook b8 you have a problem here. He has a double threat and you found more or less a good way. I think bishop f5 would be much easier because you threaten the queen.
Yeah. Or maybe
And then you have queen g5 check.
or in some moment take the rook. I have to change to take the rook and several times, and maybe I have to.
Who's saying hi?
I can read.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Hey. I can barely see the chat from here. Okay, bishop e2,
Maybe
knight
I have
takes,
to take it.
queen g5 check is good. Yeah, here you can take the rook, but okay, this check is no bad. And here you take with check. No, you play first this. I don't like this. I'm not sure if there's a better move, but I would take the rook with check.
Check, take that.
Nothing
For
wrong.
a moment I thought, but if he doesn't take, if he don't have the knight in d2, I do because it's checkmate.
No, it's not checkmate. He can take with the rook or.
He doesn't have the
But
knight.
he has the rook
he
and
can
the king.
escapes.
And the king.
He can escape. Okay.
Yeah, for example, this and then he only has a rook.
Yeah.
Because in the game he had the two rooks on
Two
h1
rooks
and g1
in
and
front of my
that
king, yeah.
that was a problem.
Yeah.
Rook a8 so passive, and now he has some threats. So,
Yeah.
but you have the draw. You have all the time the draw because your bishop is keeping the king cut, so you can check forever. Yeah, i5.
No, I thought, okay, I lost 100 times or tempos. Put the rook on
A8.
on n8,
Let's do something with that.
goes to the pawn, and after that we can move the rook, thread the knight. I don't say.
Yeah, I understand, but sometimes in chess there are concrete moments where tactics are happening and you need to focus there, and there are some other moments that are quiet positions, blocking positions, where you can play here, play there, and play all over the board, like one move here, one move in the other side. This is a concrete moment where everything's happening around white's king, and you need to go for that. You cannot lose time in the other side of the board, because it has nothing to do with the other side of the board, this position. So if you want to lose a tempo, so to speak, you better lose it getting more stuff to checkmate.
Give a spade the other rook.
And yeah, now I think you need to keep checking, and it's a draw. I don't see a way, because maybe you can find. Let's see, here.
I didn't find out some square where I can put my queen, because
Yeah, but you finally
idea-
found this. But
Yeah.
after this, sorry, king g2, he's threatening mate. You didn't see it. You can try this.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, but still not easy. And the problem is with this knight here, he always has this type of tricks that I don't know if you saw during the game, but I saw them. That if you ever, for example, let's say in this position, let's see. No, there wasn't any position, but he always has tricks with the knight on e7. For example, if you ever go queen g6, you lose the queen, of course. And if you ever lose contact with e7, he can check you. And at some points he has some tricks like sacrificing the queen and checkmate you with a rook, because the knight is protecting g6 and g8. So
This is
it's yeah, it's very scary. So your queen cannot lose contact with e7, and yeah, allowing the knight on c6 was a problem. But of course, if you check him forever, it's a draw.
Yeah.
So let's go to the final move.
No, I did.
Before this rook a6, which was your last move, this here, it's still a draw, because you can check him. Check,
Yeah.
check.
Yeah. But I didn't know, because I was focused.
I hope you didn't see, because if you see that and you
I was focused on to trying. I was focused trying to find out some way to take or one of the roots, or put the queen to
Yeah.
checkmate. But
too late, because you had a moment to take the rook with check here on f1.
yeah, I move. I take. Like I told you before. In some of several times I could take the rook. I must to do it, but I didn't did, and I lost. He
Yeah.
won. This is the game. A good game.
Chess is tough.
Yeah. Do
Do you want to play more?
The problem is
He wants to tie. He wants.
if we don't play now, I steal the score for me.
You want the
Good.
score
Yeah.
against him. You
Nah,
want.
no. If once we can play another
Yeah.
whole night. We know.
We cannot play
Yeah.
much longer, but for
One
one
more.
more we're up.
We agree.
So send us the challenge.
Yeah.
Maybe I can play one game in the middle.
Yeah. I have to go to.
Okay.
I come back.
Quartillo is going back soon, so in a minute. So send the challenge, and in the meantime, I'm going to play one game of no more anti-chess. Chess 960. Wow, chess 960. Yes. E4. I'm gonna copy E5. Okay, Alienfu. Quartillo is going back soon, and he's going to accept the challenge. So that you can tie with him. Okay, I'm going to keep copying. Oh, my opponent. You cannot see the chat in Lichess, but my opponent is saying thanks for contributing to Lichess. That's really kind. I'm gonna answer. He's not a patron, but it's nice. I'm going to keep copying my opponent anyway. Now he's talking a lot in the chat. He's asking me who am I, and yeah, I want to play chess, not to talk. He can see my profile if he wants. I have even personal data there, so okay, knight. I was thinking in this move, but I'm realizing this is copying him, so I'm playing a chess 960 game against a guy that is thanking me for contributing to Lichess.
Okay.
But he's also asking me who am I, and yeah, I'm lazy to answer. Like,
Kill of chess.com.
Kill of chess. Okay, I wanted to play 97, but that's copying him too much. So what? Okay, let's copy him again. I'm copying the
Yeah.
exactly the same moves.
Bishops on the squares.
I mean, who are you? I have my name, my real name in the profile, my real FIDE rating. I have even my hometown. He can see who am I. If he wants, he can look at my profile.
Yeah, because you are a streamer.
Also that. F4. So takes. He says I love T-Volt and the heart. T-Volt is the main, well, the creator of Lichess,
Yeah.
and the main committer. Can you make a King's Gambit here?
I love Magnus.
They cannot see this chat on the stream. But what do I do here?
I love Magnus. Oh my god.
My opponent is saying I love Magnus, and he's saying I am gay. Yeah, like he's gay, not not me. Can you make a King's Gambit? Yes, I can. Do you believe in the eternal sun? No, I don't. We can do it in our next game. So you are white in the next game against Alianfu, I think.
I don't know.
Well, at least it should be your turn to be white. So yeah, I think you are white. So you can play the King's Gambit with him.
I don't know if I know.
I will tell you the two first moves. And
Okay.
from there on, it's your. I think I misplayed here because I wanted to play here, and then he takes on e5, and then it's not easy. Do you believe in the eternal sun?
I don't know what's the meaning. The eternal song is for draw, check for draw or something like this.
No, I don't know what's the meaning.
I mean,
as well.
I
know
put on check every time. Maybe.
I think he's not talking about chess, but maybe he is.
I don't know. I don't.
Rook
I don't-
CD1.
I don't understand.
What am I doing here? What am I doing?
I put on knight before.
Wow. Okay, I like that. I mean, I didn't even think about it, but he doesn't know the meaning either. That's why I didn't believe in it.
Like a coot.
Like a cat, like a cold called.
Called.
And now what? He's attacking our knight.
Take-
Do we
take-
take a pawn?
Take one of both.
Which one? This or this? This with dropping our knight, but it's playable.
I
It's
don't
playable.
know.
Yeah, okay, let's be tricky. Let's be tricky.
You're forced to move the bishop again.
If he wants. Yes, we are.
Are you drawing?
Just a little. Just a little.
Nah, not so much.
Nah, not so much. We only had 3 beers.
3 beers, yeah.
3 beers, yeah. And now what? We have the bishop pair. I can take here. Let's see if he takes with the queen or the pawn.
Queen and take the knight.
I guess he takes with the queen. He has to take with the queen. But I'm giving him the chance to take there, and then all my dreams come true because I can play here finally and castle. And I want to castle. What?
Good.
He's mean. He's doing the same we did.
Repeat your move.
Yeah, but we have this defender, so I can go here. Greetings to Czechia.
Saludos a Grecia. A Czechia.
Aha.
Are you from Czech?
Okay, I'm not gonna castle now.
Oh.
Yeah, because I want to defend my pawns. No, he says greetings too, no, not from. He thinks.
No, I asked him if he is
yeah, but
from Czech.
yeah, but he's not saying from. He's saying to. So he thinks we are from Czechia.
We are Spanish people.
Yeah, we're from Spain
Specific
and we are
Galician
in
people.
Spain.
Specifically, we are Galician.
Yeah, actually from Galicia.
That's
He's not. He's
Yeah,
thinking
okay.
we are.
okay.
I've never been to Czech Republic.
No. Me neither. Wait.
He says he's our neighbor. Yeah, I defended this because he was attacking and yeah. And I don't know what's happening. But
Check.
why check? You always want to check.
Always. Check.
What
With
do I
bishop.
win with check?
With bishop.
Yeah, probably a
And
good move. Probably.
If I put on G2.
But you told you are from Czech like 2 minutes ago. We probably talked about Czech, not Czech. I mean,
maybe I'm
maybe we're
wrong.
talking about chess, and,
Yeah,
and we
ma-
said
ma-
something about Czech.
Maybe we spell wrong the word.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think this is the problem.
What is he threatening? D4? So if I go here, he
B.
goes D4.
I think B.
B?
B6
No, that's defended. That's.
with knight.
I solved that already like 3 months ago.
I think he is thinking about.
I think D4 is his idea. So if I go here, he can still go D4, and I don't like that.
Check. Yeah, maybe.
Check. I don't know the difference in spelling. I don't know how to spell.
Maybe maybe check.
It's the same. The
check,
pronunciation. Ah, okay.
or chess like the game.
Okay.
Or check like the part of the body. Check.
Check. Chest.
Yeah, I spell check. I spell check. This is the reason because I have to go to English classroom.
Okay. So the pronunciation is the same. So I can say if you listen to us and you hear the word check, you're thinking chess.
Yeah.
It's
in this particular environment, we are talking about chess.
Now Matadoro says, "Are you a GM?" I'm not. Maybe
I am.
Quartillo is.
I am.
I think Quartillo is a grandmaster.
Nobody knows too, but I am.
He can take b6 with his knight. No. You spell it right. I didn't got the context right.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is a chess stream, so why would you think in... Yeah. Okay, so managed to pin this pawn so that he couldn't take. But I can't remember what I was thinking.
It's defended by the bishop and the queen.
I don't know. I don't like my queen here, so I will move it. What did he? Oh, he's threatening this pawn. What a mean guy. I saw that in the last game. I think he's referring that you are a grandmaster, and he saw that. Okay, so I wanted to move the queen out of here.
I was the professor of Magnus.
Professor of what?
Ride bike. You don't have time.
Hey, he gave us time. Sometimes. Like, he gave us 15 seconds 6 times. So maybe we were even losing on... No, we weren't.
Give you?
Yeah, he gave us time. He's
6 times.
He's kind. Oh, this was a chess 960 game. I can't remember what. So you still have to play the game with Alienfu. Okay. Rook f e1. What now?
This knight can't move it.
Which one? This or this?
This.
This.
C6.
Why can't I move it?
Where do you put it?
I don't know, but okay, let's do nothing. Nothing moves usually work well. When you don't know what to do. Now, for example, I can move the knight already.
Take it, take pawn.
It's too scary. I can take 3 pawns for the knight.
And bishop.
But then the c file gets opened and my king is there.
No, but you open the line.
I can block everything with d5 as well. So if I take, he takes. Then I take here. Wow. Yeah, why not? He can take with the queen. No, he cannot.
With the bishop.
Wow. He doesn't take, he's scared, but well, he's not scared, he's threatening our queen. Okay, okay. What a mean guy.
Pawn?
This is getting scary because it's my king who's there. You want to take the pawn?
I don't know, you have -1 time. 1 minute, sorry. Minute and 1 minute.
Okay, now I don't like my queen here. I didn't like it there, I don't like it
You
here.
need to do something right now.
Okay. That's something.
He comes.
Now I need to do something now, okay.
Check with the bishop. It's free. The
Yeah,
pawn.
that was true, that was true. I missed that he blundered that.
Free pawn.
You are fresher than me. Okay, okay. Maybe I can defend the knight here, or I can take here. He can take the knight. No, I cannot do that.
Well, he's defending the pawn.
No, it's pinned, this one. So if I take, he can take.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna defend
No,
it
you can
with-
take it with the pawn, with the knight.
But then he takes my knight, because the pawn is pinned. So I wanted to keep the knight here to capture here now.
Oh, okay.
And I don't mind if he gives up that, because I mean too much material. Where it says
Really?
+7, here +7. Oh, this has no
Really?
increment, but I have a checkmate threat, so I'm winning the queen.
Check.
It was all under control, all under control.
I think Akaoasis has the same mistake than me before.
Which one?
He was focused on kill you, and he
Ah.
didn't see. He
didn't see
saw-
my threat.
Yeah, with the queen.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, here I cannot take because he takes. The pawn is pinned.
Okay, I didn't see it.
But normal move would be to save the knight, but I wanted to keep it here to
After
take
that,
on c4.
With the trade the pawns, you take.
Yeah.
Okay. You are a smart guy.
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, we don't have the challenge anymore.
He goes.
Alienfu.
Where do you go?
Here it is.
Here.
Okay.
Maybe has the problem was the other guy if you request you rematch.
Yeah, the other guy requested the rematch, but yeah.
No, okay.
I'm going to play the two first moves for you because we said it was a King's Gambit we were going to play. So I hope Alienfu plays e5 now.
F4.
There we go. There we go. Now
Take it.
now it's up to you. Mouse is yours.
He's going to take or not.
Maybe. Eventually. Oh, he takes immediately. Okay.
He knows the game. I am going to
Route the center. Interesting.
protect.
Yeah, it has a small problem, but maybe you know the theory.
I didn't know.
He's thinking already, so he's out of theory. He doesn't know this d4 idea. He's
don't
thinking,
know.
why the heck he play knight f3? No, he didn't think about it. Okay. You see the threat. Good job. So far so good. He's pinning your knight that was defending the pawn.
Yeah. This is a problem. I don't know. Maybe with the queen. Oh, anytime he goes, he's going to take it. Okay. I don't know what I have to do.
Yeah, of course you don't know. I can see that.
No more.
No more beer.
No more.
Lienfu is playing well. Well, not really.
I have a reason.
You have a reason, yeah.
Very bad reason, but I have a reason.
Okay. Wow, that's to the. I mean, I cannot understand this game anymore. I quit. So you want to take on c6 to play c7 check? That was the reason. Yeah.
I don't know.
Too deep for me.
I don't
You're-
know. I think you need more beer.
I agree, but
the problem is we don't buy.
we don't have
We don't have more.
we don't have the chance to have
Yeah.
anymore. And we also need to get up early in the morning
Yeah.
tomorrow, so we shouldn't.
We shouldn't finish the stream.
We should finish it.
You should.
We shouldn't
We
have
should.
more beer.
We should. Okay. In this time, I am not going to speak good English. Usually my English is bad, but in this moment,
Hey, he castled. He has an advantage in development. Although I don't understand all the pieces hitting to everyone. Like, is he blundering? Okay. I need to
space.
take pieces.
I need the space.
Yeah, that was like a free piece, I think.
For a moment I see I could take one piece. Now I don't remember it. For a moment I see it, but I don't know.
But you already took it.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so this game is so tense because
The score.
yeah, because of the score. Alienfu is 1 point back.
Yeah.
You are 2 versus 1.
And now
And-
he has the good feeling.
Yeah, he's smelling that your king's
Yeah.
still in the center. He's going for it. Come on. You castled out of it.
He wants go and kill me.
He wants to kill you, of course.
He wants kill me.
That's what chess is about.
We are friends.
Alienfu, we're friends. Come on.
Eh.
Be kind.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hmm?
He's proposing a take back. What do you do?
Okay.
It's a casual game.
Is okay.
Anyway, so now he has to offer it again to take back his move.
He move again or
No, because you took back your own move, but I think he needs to click again, or you.
okay? I can do
No,
this
because
again.
you are going to repeat. I mean, or either you take back, you ask
me.
him, or he asks you back. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And now it's his move.
He-
Anyway, I thought 97 was a good move. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter if he loses the pawn. He needs to get development and and counterplay. But okay. Actually, if I compare the moves, I think knight b7 was better than this, but okay.
the other move was better.
I think so. At least from a practical point of view. Maybe he doesn't see it. He's calculating 93 pawn takes queen, knight takes queen, da 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 da. No, it doesn't work. Alienfu, it doesn't work. Move the queen out. Queen c4, queen b6, queen a6. Knight takes c3. You are simple guy.
I have to do or I have to do. Okay. Now, what do we do?
What do you want to do?
Win. I don't know. How.
Okay, to win seems like a good plan to me. It's your turn.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
it. I know.
What a tense game. You are maneuvering.
Deeply mine. Where do you want to go?
Maybe he wants to kill you.
But this is a good person. He doesn't good. He's going. He. Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind. Never mind. No, casi peor. Ay, venga. I want to go to rest.
So after this game, we close the stream.
Yeah. I need to sleep.
Yeah, we both need.
Joder. I only have to do this. Okay.
Oh mine.
No. No.
Well done, Alienfu. Well done. Good job. Good job. This is 2-2. This is 2-2. That's a fair tie. That's a fair result. What a game! I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I am. It's not excuse, but I am very tired now. He played best than me.
Yeah, he
It's
played.
clear.
Well, I'm not sure if he played better.
He played best.
You played really strange chess to me. To me, maybe I don't understand.
I am so surprised I did this. Me too.
Me too.
I knew the threat. I saw perfectly.
You saw it perfectly coming. Okay,
Yeah.
good one. That's why you played G3 instead of King G1 back.
Yeah.
I think you had a handicap because we forced you to play the King's Gambit, and then your king is
That's why,
weak the
yeah.
rest of the game.
Nah, this is not a problem because I play a lot of Queen's Gambit, so it's
Yeah, but that's different because your king
Yeah.
is weak now.
Yeah.
So okay. Now here, let's try.
I don't know the theory.
Yeah.
What I have to do after King's Gambit.
Okay. The difference between King's Gambit and Queen's Gambit is it's the king side, so you are weakening your king.
Yeah,
So it's
the pawn king.
very, very, very dangerous
The king
compared to the Queen's Gambit. So you need to be really careful. For example, after e takes f4, people usually go knight f3
Ah,
first,
yeah.
not d4, because after d4, okay, he played knight f6, but he can immediately check you, and yeah, you start having some problems because you cannot play g3
Yeah.
because this is pinned, and this would be a terrible check. So after the check, you have to go like here, and
Not good.
I think it's playable, but yeah, people usually play knight f3 first to prevent that.
Okay.
I personally play this, but it's not the main move, and the idea is after the check you go to f1, but yeah, also scary. Do pro players usually take pawn after King's Gambit?
No, move the knight.
Here, yeah, I think they do.
I think.
Yeah, because
when you say King Gambit, is move f4.
yeah, that's the King's Gambit.
Okay.
There are different gambits, of course, and there are some gambits where you do take the pawn and some when you don't,
Yeah.
because some are good and some are not good. For example, the Queen's Gambit, you hear a lot of about Queen's Gambit. It's probably the most known gambit. It's played a lot, and when you take the pawn, pro players usually delay taking the pawn because taking the pawn is not so good, and that's why it's a well-known gambit and it's played a lot because it's a good gambit. But King's Gambit, you see, pro players don't usually play it. That means that it's not a good gambit because it's too risky. Of course, you are weakening a lot the king.
Yeah.
And in general, bad gambits, you take the pawn. You take it.
Yeah. Only videos.
Of course, it's complicated. White has a lot of compensation, and it's all tactics. And I love to play this with white, but
all the videos I watched,
they take the pawn.
Recommend take the pawn.
Yeah, there's also the counter gambit. I think with d5. I think there's also this line if you don't want to enter the lines of the gambit. And there might be other options. Of course, if you don't want to enter the gambit, you can play knight c6, d6, very normal moves. Black can just, okay, I don't want to enter the gambit because I know you probably know it because you are playing it, so I will not enter there. But of course, he knew you didn't know, so.
Yeah. I don't think I never play this side with the opening because I know is the weakness point of the table because you unprotect the king.
There are some lines. Okay, as I mentioned, knight f3 is played. There are some lines like, let's say, black plays normally. You grab the center. That's one of the good things about the King's Gambit, like in the Queen's Gambit.
Is the transposition, no? Or what do you say?
Transposition?
Yeah.
No, because this is in the other side of the board. It's different. Your king is weak. You never have an
after
f2 pawn.
these three moves.
Yeah.
Is Scandinavian, no?
No, Scandinavian is e4 d5, and the f pawn you don't move it usually. No, it's completely different.
I said the position of the white piece is like the black piece is different because no c6 or d4 c6.
What are you?
I mean, when you Scandinavian d4.
Scandinavian is e4 d5.
No, then the other d4 c4, d4 d5 c4.
Queen's
c6,
Gambit. Okay.
c6.
Yeah.
King. Oh, sorry. O sea, king, knight.
Sorry.
Sorry, and after that, bishop g5.
That has nothing to do with what we are talking with the King's Gambit.
But if in this position, if if he takes
yes,
d,
you play here,
and after that he move c6 or knight or lo que sea, and you move the knight. It's more or less the same position.
But it's in the other side of the board. It's the queen side.
Oh, okay.
And you don't mind having a weakness here on c2 because it's the queen side. Actually, the queen is protecting that, and the queen wants to go here. But in the King's Gambit, it's the king's side. So your king is going to be weak. F2 is going to be weak. Even if you castle short, you don't have an f pawn.
Yeah.
It's going to be weak. So that's why it's risky. But for example, some lines I wanted to show instead of the game that was like this. Yeah, they usually play knight c3, knight f3, sorry, something like that. You grab the space and you are going to regain the pawn. And how this goes? G5. They defend the pawn, and there's this beautiful line where black attacks the knight and white sacrifices the knight.
Okay, porque
and
take with the queen.
After takes castle.
Castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after takes on f7, takes on f4.
Checkmate.
And white is sacrificing a lot of material, but it's enough compensation because the position of the king is terrible and all this is still not participating. So, and like this, there are a lot of lines in the King's Gambit, so that's why King's Gambit is so beautiful for attacking players, and they love to play this. But of course, it's too risky for white.
Yeah.
So people castle queenside when king's gambit is played, and then king to b1. No, I don't think so. The main lines go with castle short anyway, because it's too fast, it's too concrete, it's too tactical from the beginning. You don't have time to to castle long.
Yeah.
It's like you need to start attacking
need-
with all your pieces, even
If
sacrificing
you
the knight on
want-
f3,
if you
castle
want-
short.
If you want long castle, you need 3 or 4 temples.
Yes. Usually castle long when you have an opening that is not so open.
Mhm.
Like you have time, because things are not so concrete in general. Okay, in the game,
This is the lane.
yeah, you defend the d4, which is good, but I would also consider
Push.
push. And as Colombo asked before, is this moving twice a pawn? Yeah, but it forces to move twice a knight, so it's a good move.
Yeah, a good reason.
Yeah, a good reason to do it. Knight c3. Now he pins the knight, so he's attacking this, and you don't defend it. I mean, I would do this
No.
or push. And you were commentating
For a
maybe
moment,
queen
for a
d3.
moment, the queen.
Okay, that's not bad. It defends, and then if he takes, you have to take with the pawn to keep this defended. But if you think about putting the queen here, why not putting the bishop, which is more natural?
You are right.
And after bishop d2, he didn't take. He played d5, but of course he can immediately win this pawn.
And I can't stop it.
No, you have to take with either bishop and pawn, and you don't have the trick of
Yeah,
pinning, because
no, man.
yeah, he goes d5 and he has no problem. No f3 here, because you don't have an f pawn.
Yeah, I saw this again. I can't stop, and when you say you can't stop lose the piece, I say to myself, okay,
But he didn't take it.
you are bad.
Someone is asking to challenge us.
To you.
I don't know who's this guy. Yeah, you can challenge us, but it's going to be the last game, because we're going to end the stream.
Tomorrow we need to work very early.
Yeah,
There are a lot of good knights, bishops, king's gambit.
main lines, Scallop, modern, etc. Yeah, I don't know all the lines. Black has to know just one line, white all, more or less. And on top of that, white is not getting edge. Yeah, but I mean, if you are not a grandmaster, you don't have you don't have the knowledge of all the lines. I think it's playable.
Yeah.
You can play it. It's too crazy, so anything can happen, and I enjoy a lot when I played with people of my level. I have wins, I have terrible losses, everything can happen.
I think if you want to explore, it's a good field to explore, but you have to know.
Okay, we have the challenge here. I'm going to accept after we end with the comments on this game, and that's going to be the last game.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so fast. D5, threatening the pawn. You take. I would push it. Okay. He doesn't take. He threatens your queen, and this check was terrible. I think you have to be careful. I mean, C6 threatens your bishop. I thought maybe you wanted to go here, and after he takes your queen, this. But too crazy. Bishop back, okay. Castles, losing the bishop. You are threatening to take the bishop. He has to take or do something. So you win the piece. You are a piece up. And yeah. 95. Okay, I think here what he did first was better. And yeah, he loses this pawn, but at least he's developing the rest of the army. But of course, when he went here, he has a threat that I think you didn't see. But
I see.
okay.
I saw. I saw the threat. I don't
But
know.
here-
I don't know how to
I mean,
counter-strike.
you're a piece up. You're a piece up.
I don't know how to counter-strike.
You are a piece up, and take it. I mean, it's the simplest.
And the threat. is
You're a
okay.
piece up. Simplify what in. I don't know what's the word in English. What Pepe Cuenca says in these cases. Depilación láser. I don't know the word in English, but
me neither.
you cut it off. I mean, simplify the position. You trade pieces. Even you are winning a pawn here, but you're a piece up. Instead, complicating things.
I think the last move of the pawn on h5 was wrong because I forced to escape the queen, and I
This a5.
I prefer the queen was here.
Yeah,
It not goes
absolutely.
far away.
I agree with that. Here, well, maybe it's pinning this pawn. Maybe it makes more sense than here, but yeah, on d8 he's more active because he's immediately going to the attack.
Yeah.
But the blunder, of course, was g3 after this. When after this, yeah, okay. And this, king f2, very suspicious move. Still not losing, but suspicious. Why would you go there?
For a moment I think, okay, I am going to.
You made two moves in a
Take-
row to allow
take-
him checkmate. This move and the next one, g3, allows the checkmate.
Yeah.
If you do nothing, he doesn't have a threat here yet. Because your bishop is defending g2, nothing is attacking your bishop. What's the threat? He has no threat here.
No, I see the rook. He takes the pawn with the knight.
Maybe. What?
G2 with knight.
But let's say you do a stupid
G-
move.
no.
Rook a2.
No.
What's the threat by black? What does black do?
Black takes here.
You take with the bishop.
Yeah, okay.
You take with the queen.
With the queen. Okay.
Yeah, the queen is defending.
I didn't see the queen. Okay, I think okay.
Okay.
He goes here, ping.
Yeah,
because
but
I didn't see it.
okay.
One of these pieces I am going to.
Yeah, okay. I think he has no threat here, so just do whatever. I mean, rook a2 is a stupid move, but even that doesn't lose. But what you did loses. Like, going here doesn't lose immediately, but after the check, you have to go back. That's the only move.
Yeah.
To defend this and be safe.
Um,
And after this, he still has no threat, because your rook is defended. So what's the threat? No threat. But g3 allows checkmate in two.
Instead move the king to g1 if I move the rook.
It's check. You cannot do that.
Oh,
You are in check. So there's only three legal moves. This, which is the only move. What you did, which allows checkmate, and this, which of course you don't want to play.
well, okay, never. Well, okay.
This wouldn't be checkmate, but you don't want to lose a piece.
He take with the pawn. I take the knight.
No, the knight. You are in check here, so you have to take the pawn.
No, okay, I can take the knight. Rook. Okay.
Yeah, you are in check with the pawn, so
No,
you have to take here, and then he has the
I-
chance to save the knight somehow.
I mean, I take the knight, but the problem is the rook on e8. I didn't see it. This is the reason because I
Okay.
say take the knight.
Yeah, but of course king g1 there's no problem. But g3 allows checkmate in two, basically, because this is check, and only move bishop g2, and yeah. Good job.
No.
Losing one piece up.
My advantage.
Okay, so now I'm going to accept this challenge, and
Finish the game.
do you want to play or do I
No,
play?
no.
Okay, I play.
You play.
I hope you're ready. It's a long nickname. I can't spell it. Maybe another day. And it's been 3 hours of stream.
Yeah.
It was
3
good.
hours and 10 minutes.
I'm going to play c5.
He is. 1739.
An incapableske. You too. I'm going to play e5 now. He can take en passant, but he doesn't do it. So this is a block center position now. It's all blocked, so bishops are going to be terrible, especially this one, because I have dark square pawns. And I want to castle, but first I'm going to bring this knight here to get use of some dark squares. I do this a lot. I think I did this on stream a lot already. People usually play with this pawn here, so he's more flexible, and he wants to do this break, but that's why I put this knight here. So now my goal in life is to trade this bad bishop for this good bishop.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. Grabbing space, I'm not a fan of that. Ah, he wants to go here. Okay, I understand. But yeah, because this is my really good bishop. Should I prevent it? Okay, let's prevent it. I don't like it, but too maneuvering game for this time of the day. Okay, I think I'm gonna trade. This is a bishop that I'm very happy to take. And now this is not so bad bishop anymore, because some dark squares got available for it. Is he thinking of giving up an exchange? Maybe. Defend. Prepare this, being able to take back with something else than the pawn, because I don't want to allow this passed pawn here. So now I'm happy to trade my bishop for the bishop and not for the knight, which would happen with knight b6.
Why he give you a knight?
It's not giving, it's trading it.
No,
Because he thought my knight was really good on e5, and I agree with that. So
check.
I would love to prevent this trade, but I cannot. But I'm not sure if I want to do it myself. Maybe I have something better. But I don't see it, so keep things simple. My bishop should be better than his knight. Rook queen d7? Is queen d7 a threat? Let's say it is. Yes, now I have to check. Too complicated, this. What should I do? My bishop is not so great here. I think I'm going to put it here on e5. Chesteroid. Geeks playing chess. What's your favorite programming language?
JavaScript.
Oh, I blundered. I didn't see this. I blundered. I totally blundered. I think I have to resign unless I find a really great move now. Yeah, JavaScript.
You can save the queen,
Yeah, but then he takes my bishop.
but
Yeah.
I don't take the
That's
pawn
the-
with the rook.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That's
Take the
terrible.
pawn with the rook.
If he takes the pawn with the rook, then I save my bishop. But of course he's going to move the queen to g3, and then I'm lost. I will try bishop e5 still, but take the rook with yeah, sure. If I move the queen, he takes my bishop. He's free.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So-
free, no? Well, yeah.
Yeah,
because
it's
spin.
spin,
It's spin.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Maybe I still have some tricks, but I don't see them. So I play h5 first, and queen g3 still keeps the threat. Maybe bishop e5 saves, but I'm not sure, because h4 doesn't save for sure. He goes back to g4. So I'm not sure of this.
Trade queens.
If I get to trade queens, then well, at least my bishop is safe now. Let's hope I have a good square for the queen. Or maybe I can be tricky. Maybe I can be tricky. No, I can't. G3. What? Okay, okay. So I can take here, I can take here, I can go g6. I think I go g6 first to force him to ping my pawn. He doesn't have a perpetual because I have bishop g7, queen e6 checking h8. So now I take here. He moves the knight, I take on c2. And I think I have enough counterplay. I'm confident now. For a moment I thought I was lost. Isn't g6 super good? You are winning? No.
It's
No,
happening
because-
again. Did you see it?
What?
In the middle of the screen.
Ah, the
Plus
flick.
one Pepe on green letter.
Ah, yeah, but that's yeah. No, that's
Yeah, it's the
Ah,
first time I see it.
no.
Oh, okay.
It's under control.
If you know what,
Yeah.
if you know what it is. It's
Yeah, I
okay.
know what it is. But I'm not going to explain it now. You are winning, see? Yeah. Yeah, g6 was a good move, but I wasn't winning anything. I just forced him to ping my pawn and... What? King f3? Why,
the knight.
why does he blunder the knight?
He wants
What's the
move,
trick? What's the trick? I
He
don't
wants
see
move
it.
the queen
Yeah, but I don't see the trick.
or the rook to f1. Rook f1.
What's the trick? I don't see the trick. I don't see the trick. I would take that. That was the trick? No, that wasn't the trick. That was he
A
checkmated.
mistake.
He checkmated himself. I'm going to pre-move queen f1. He doesn't allow me. Okay. Good game, an incapableske, and with this we end the stream.
Yeah.
But I think I was in bad shape here.
Uh,
I blundered.
for a moment you was
I blundered this move. Yeah.
for a moment you was bad.
You're accepting challenges. No.
I go to rest. If you want to stay.
No, we
Tomorrow-
not for today.
Tomorrow we have to
Tomorrow
be
is-
in the office at 9, and now it is 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so we have and
we
and
have 1 hour of traveling,
so we have like
5 hours.
5 hours to sleep now.
Tomorrow will
Yeah.
be a long day.
Another day, Chesteroid. Another day, I'll accept your challenges. But today,
It's so
it's
late.
over for us.
Yeah.
It's been 3 hours and a half, more or less. And that's it.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Good job, Grandmaster Guartillo.
Yeah.
See you see you next day.